national issues, debt, healthcare costs, inflation, the border.
Augusta is all in for Donald Trump.
There are a lot of people that are purely anti-Trump, and I understand that. But I think they don't see the real Trump, and I think they don't see what he accomplished. I mean, one of the major things I think was the economy.
Matt Piper, CBS News, Manchester, New Hampshire.
President Biden, the First Lady, Vice President Harris, and her husband will make their first joint campaign stop of the year together. Their focus at a rally in Northern Virginia today, abortion rights.
We need these protections in every state because your family to have access to health care should not depend on your zip code.
Mr. Biden is not on the ballot in New Hampshire because the Democratic Party...
Good morning, everyone.
...first primary to South Carolina.
Time to get up. Time to get people on.
8 people in the Chicago suburbs has been found dead after a confrontation with U.S. Marshals in Texas. The victims were found at 3 different locations over the course of 2 days. Joliet, Illinois Police Chief Bill Evans.
I've been a policeman 29 years. This is probably the worst crime scene I've ever been associated with.
Investigators say the 23-year-old gunman knew his victims. No motive yet. Is Rich.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Noonan, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
With SRN News, I'm Jason Walker. Israeli army says 21 soldiers have been killed in an attack in central Gaza, making it the largest single loss of life for the military since the war began. Spokesman says the troops were preparing explosives to demolish 2 buildings when a militant fired a rocket-propelled grenade at a tank nearby, setting off the explosion prematurely. Former California Republican Congressman John Campbell says that numerous indictments against former President Donald Trump have only served to rally his supporters.
When he suffers injustice, they see that as a moniker, if you will, of the injustice they receive every day out there in the world, in the job market, in schools, in education, and whatever.
Oh yeah, they're going on cruises and vacations. They're really got it terrible.
SRNnews.com, an investigation into an apparent attempt to suppress votes in the New Hampshire primary.
New Hampshire's Attorney General is investigating reports of a robocall that apparently used artificial intelligence to mimic President Biden's voice and discourage voters in the state from participating in the primary election. The voice uses Biden's oft-used phrase, "what a bunch of malarkey," and tells the listener to save your vote for the November election. Attorney General John Formella says the recorded message sent Sunday appears to be an attempt to disrupt and suppress voting. Voters should disregard it. I'm Ben Thomas.
The man suspected of shooting, killing 8 people in Illinois has fatally shot himself following a confrontation with law enforcement in Texas. Authorities in South Bend, Indiana, say that communities in a state of shock. 5 children have died in a house fire. This is SRN News. Persons at SRNnews.com.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's Home Advisor. Home Advisor helps me find the best home pros in my area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that
10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. is Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Newton.
When you hear music, do the lyrics speak to you on a deeper level? I'm Bruce Thornton. Join me and Donna Wood every Friday morning at 10:30 a.m. on WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, for our show Lyrical Wisdom. Every week we will dive into the lyrics of songs and uncover hidden messages that we hope will leave you feeling inspired and enlightened. We know that our ideas may not always line up with yours, so this show will be an open discussion. Email us with ideas for songs at lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Let's share some wisdom together.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of The Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hey sports fans, weekdays 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern, drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Extra, extra, extra. God's newspaper boy, Elder Gerald Alfred, is inviting you to listen in to the Voice of Reason broadcast, bringing you fresh revelation from God's Word for today every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. I'll have a seat for you Sunday morning at 11 a.m. on WQEE 99.1 FM.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of a 45's Affair radio show, where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Noonan, Georgia.
Oh my goodness, you know what time it is. It's that time once again on a Twisted Tuesday. Coming up this next 3 periods, we got news for you. We'll find out what Israel at war, what's going on there. Plus, ladies and gentlemen, Richard Holdridge joins us from the Sports Beat, and Shane B with movie reviews. But first, who am I? I'm RyanORadio Penitentiary host, the one, the only Ryan Neal, of course, and I am the game. That's right, 50,000 plus of you right there on the Shoutcast Shout Out Loud across that RyanORadio media page, which is actually working. Earth Rock Radio. It always works. And so does RyanORadio media page. New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada. And finally, right there, across the Jordan Communication and Family Radio stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, including right here at the heartbeat of Atlanta, 99.1 FM, WQEE the Key. Real radio for real people on your real radio dial. Yes, the home of Southern sports and inspirational talk. We're not coming from a mom's basement. We're right here in live and living color. And to my haters, I got one thing to say to you. Listen up to this. That's right. Whether they like it or not, I am the man around here, ladies and gentlemen. Some people do, and those are the good ones. The ones that don't, well, I don't care whether they like it or not. I tell it like it is. Straight edge, independent skeptic, giving you the news like it's supposed to be and not telling you what you want to hear. Because you know what? If I did, then I should be making multi-millions, right? Because that's what liars do. I don't lie. I tell it like it is. Real radio for real people, not coming from a mom's basement or a basement pretending to tell you something and trying to combine my belief, religious belief, into a politics belief to get you guys to believe something that's not real. That's right. We tell it like it is. Straight edge means no drugs, no alcohol, no nothing. Means my mind's 100% clear. I don't see lizard people in the corner. No, let me put my shades on and see if that room is going to turn to it didn't turn to a lizard person. Dadgummit. I'm a skeptic, means it's got to be proven to me. The only thing's ever been proven to me is a Bible. And independent means I'm down the middle and take a look at everything. I don't just go, well, one top evil and the other isn't. There's a lot of crazy stuff on both sides of the aisle. A lot of crazy stuff. And I don't tell you what you want to hear. Straight edge independent skeptic, welcome to a real radio station. And that is why you can see it if you're watching us on the YouTube page. You can see WQEE sign in the background. It's real radio for you, for the real people. We're not in our mom's basement playing videos and pretending like, I know what I'm talking about. I actually know what I'm talking about. I'm in the business. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up this morning under these cloudy, rainy skies right now, 13 minutes past the hour, we are holding at, 43 degrees. That's not too bad. It's going to get warmer a little today. More rain in the forecast throughout the morning. It's supposed to start clearing up We'll get you details on that. Take an umbrella with you throughout the morning. The rain's going to come through here and head up towards the North Atlanta area into Tennessee. So we'll look at what's going on with your traffic too. So be on the lookout for all that. Headline news: Israel at war. We're going to dive deeper into what's going on there. Prime Minister Netanyahu, Prime Minister Netanyahu says, no, we're not going to do anything. He says he's not going to, he set out a video about Hamas wanting a ceasefire and he rejects it. That's his choice. I don't have a problem with that. Man, what are you saying, Ryan? It's Israel. I'm not going to turn my back on. I won't turn my back on Israel. It's Israel. There you go. Also coming up this morning, San Francisco Mayor London Breed says she's not signing a ceasefire agreement. I'll tell you why. Also, Martin Luther King Jr.'s son, the youngest son, dies at age 62, and we'll dedicate the morning to and talk about that coming up in just a few. Period number 2, we're going to be bringing you Richard Holdridge is going to be in the second half of period number 2. He and I are going to talk a little bit about the Final Four in heading into the championship, AFC and NFC championship games coming up this weekend, Sunday. So it's Championship Sunday. We'll talk about that. Plus the River Dragons, how they're doing, where they're at, and how we're expecting them during this season as it's getting close to the end of their season in a couple of months. And ladies and germs, I want to dive deeper in. He's going to tell us his game of the week and his high school football game of the week. He's going to be doing. He'll drop that in there. But we're going to talk his 49ers. We're going to talk the Chiefs. We're going to talk the Ravens. We're going to talk the Lions. That's all coming up in period number 2. Plus, period number 3, Shane B and I are going to be looking into movies. We're heading to the movies together. That's right. You and I and Shane, all of us are going to the movies together. We'll talk about Mean Girls taking the #1 spot again for the second week in a row. What's hot, what's not on Hulu, Netflix, and in the movies. What's coming out this weekend, if anything's going to be able to knock out Mean Girls. Yeah, the Mean Girls need to be knocked out. Ooh, we'll talk about that. Plus, Dolly Parton's birthday was celebrated at the Grand Ole Opry. She wasn't there. But another country singer was drunk off her you-know-what and embarrassed herself. Man, that's a typical country singer. What do you expect? Getting drunk? Throwing out cussing? I mean, heck, the people would probably buy her out and be like, that girl, right, girl, that right, girl, that right. You're right, girl, you're right. We'll talk all about that coming up this morning. It is the drunken birthday bash for Dolly's drunken birthday bash, and she wasn't even there. We'll talk about all this morning coming up for you. But first, it's time for us to kick off our morning with our daily devotion, sponsored by Noonan City Church. Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the Atlanta area, in Metro Atlanta area. Let's go ahead and tell you what's going on. Noonan City Church, every Sunday morning, we have services inside at 8 a.m., outside services at 9 and 10:30 if the weather is permitted. If not, well, we actually don't worry about it. We go inside. And then 6:30 p.m. services for the hip kids. Pastor Cedric, Pastor Darren, Pastor Randy, and Head Pastor Jimmy Ellis invite you out to Noonan City Church, transforming lives for Jesus' sake. We're going to head to Jesus Listens by Sarah Young, who's the author of Jesus Calling. She's bringing together today, this is her devotion, Matthew 28:8, Romans 8:38-39, and John 16:22. My living Savior, your word shows me that it's possible for your followers to be joyful and afraid at the same time. When the angel told the woman who came to your tomb that you had risen from the dead, they were afraid yet filled with joy. So I don't have to let fear keep me from experiencing the joy of your presence. This pleasure is not a luxury reserved for times when my problems or crisis in the world or seem under control. Your loving presence should be with me every day, today, tomorrow, and forever. Lord, help me not give into joylessness, living by worries and more. Instead, I need to remember that neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, nor height or depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate you from me. Not even satanic people claiming to be Christians. I'm thankful that I can talk freely with you about my fears, expressing my thoughts and feelings. As I relax in your presence and entrust in all my concerns, you please bless me with your which no one can take away from me. you your joy. In Jesus' name, amen. That's one that you guys needed this morning. A lot of people need to remember that. We always need a good way to kick off our mornings and have a great way to put that in our minds. Let it simmer for a minute. Yes, got to simmer for a minute and let you know that greatness is always around. And you're going to have worries. Like, you're going to have worries where people do things and then go, well, I'm that special. I'm special. You're going to have worries. Because we have a lot of people out there that, you know, they have their privilege in this world and they say they don't. And they end up doing wrong or end up doing somebody wrong and you end up getting mad. Well, they're going to get theirs. You have to remember that even in times of crisis like that you got God. He's going to take care of you. No, he's always took care of me because he's like, hey, boy, you got to go run your mouth and tell people what they don't want to hear. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? All right, let's take a look at headline news this morning. Here's some snippets of news for you. A suspect in a shooting death of 8 people in Illinois was found dead in Texas. Whole milk and school bill heads to the Senate despite the USDA's opposal of it. Parents of the Michigan shooter are now being set to be for their manslaughter trial. Wow. Also, we'll talk about a Georgia man that body was found in a chimney in just a few moments. A Georgia state judge said Monday that Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis did not have to immediately submit to a court document and about her personal relationship with a colleague in her prosecution of the former president, Donald Trump. Now, some people were saying, this is going to take her off, this, that. No. Stop it. You guys just worship people so much that on both sides that, all right, what needs to happen is if she's having a relationship and she's not coming out, the person that she's supposed to have a relationship with, if it's conflicts with some kind of law, then they need to let him go. It's as simple as that. Just as simple as that. Okay? It can be done. Somebody else can be brought in. But we're turning these things into a drama like it's Young and the Restless or it's Bold and the Beautiful or Days of Our Lives or something. Okay? When, hell, it's about whatever's going on. And too many people get too up in arms about every little thing. And then when the people that get up in arms about things that are real, like hurting people and abusing people, oh, you're a weak little council culture. Really? But your privileged ass can get mad about Fannie Willis on one side or the other? Who cares? They're supposed to be doing their job. I don't care. I honestly don't care who she's dating. Now, if it conflicts with the law, then if she is dating him, if she's not required to tell she's dating him, she needs to let him go. If it's going to mess up their case. They bring in a case. They got to do what they got to do. Come on. I can care less who's dating who's doing what. I don't live in the drama world of the bold and the beautiful and the young and the restless. Okay? I live in the real world. During the hearing on Monday in Marietta, Georgia, Cobb County Superior Court Judge Henry Thompson delivered the enforcement of a subpoena seeking for testimony as part of a divorce case between the special prosecutor Nathan Wade, whom Willis appointed to the Georgia fraud case in 2021, and his estranged wife, according to that, and according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution and ABC News. Not bringing up the estranged wife because no sense of it. I know that her name is out there and people know, but I just don't do that. There's some people, they got nothing to do with any of this. It's just a divorce case for her. Thompson's ruling placed a temporary stay on the subpoena served on Willis last week by Miss Wade's lawyer, who alleged Willis and Nathan have been, engaged in a romantic relationship for several years that, well, has financially benefited them both. Willis has been scheduled to undergo this as a speak today on Tuesday. So we'll find out as it continues to move into that. Now, if this has to do with anything that's going to cause anything to do with this fraud case that needs to be moved ahead, she needs to pull him off. I don't care how much money somebody wants to make. I don't get, really, you can see how the privilege of money, and I've heard preachers even say, money is not the root of all evil, it's the way you use the money. And there's people out there tell you, hey man, these people use this money to get ahead in life. And there's people out there that have money right now saying, inflation's killing me, I don't want to buy a McDonald's hamburger, but they're going to go on, a vacation or a cruise. Makes no sense to me when if you've got the money in the bank for the rainy day, and it is a rainy day, then you need to do what you got to do. If these people are making money off of this, yeah, it needs to be pulled off the case because this case is too important for them to do stupid things like this. That's just my opinion, and I'm not picking a side because I don't really care about either side, honestly. I just want to care about what's going on with the 2021 election fraud. That's not fraud, but the election fraud interference, election interference, not fraud, but interference. I want to find out what's going on there. I want to find out why these people would think they can just go and do this, why anybody with power and stroke think they can do whatever they want. I need to start using my power and stroke and do what I want. You ain't got no money. You ain't rich. Well, I ain't no Elon Musk, but boy, I don't need that money to do what I need to do. I'm influential. So, if I want to get on here and just lie up a storm, get all kind of money and lie to people, then that, that would be the greatest thing in the world for some people. My personal thoughts on this is if they're having a relationship and it contradicts with the job, then he needs to be taken off the case. I don't really care. And somebody else needs to be brought into case to prosecute this situation, someone that has nothing to do with it. That's just, now, if it doesn't contradict the two of them having a relationship outside of the courtroom, then hey, then he can stay on the case. But the soon to be ex-wife is only saying, hey, she just wants her fair share of the money. She ain't being anything but someone who's been his wife while he was doing whatever he was doing behind her back, so, some people do that. And then you expect, well, I'm not the bad guy. We just can't get along. You just want to do what I want you to do. I mean, did the wife not do what he wanted him to do, so he ran off with somebody else? Huh? Or if it was a woman doing the same thing, and I just want to know. But and I don't know this because I'm not a lawyer, but if Nathan Wade and Fannie Willis's relationship and her hiring him as a special prosecutor has anything to do with the law saying that they cannot be dating while her hiring him or whatever, then he needs to be pulled off the case and she needs to appoint someone else. That's the way it should be. It's just the way it should be. It shouldn't just be, well, who cares? Well, I don't care I don't care if they're dating each other. I don't care if they're banging each other. I don't care about all that. I actually don't. But if it has something to do with this case and us trying to learn more because our society needs to learn more, it seems like these rich people, even the ones on the Epstein's list, and I'm quote, let me go ahead and say this, no wrongdoing's been accused. I got to put that out there as a disclaimer so that they don't get mad at me on the YouTube. YouTube's not going to pull me off. They don't care either way, but I just want to do that. But it's like with the Epstein's list. Come on. These people with all this money can just do whatever they want. And people just laugh and think it's all right. And as long as you got money, I'll kiss up to you. I'll kiss up to you. You can get me what I want to get in life. I'm going to kiss up to you. Well, same thing in this situation. Both of them are making money. If it's dishonest and it's not what it's supposed to be, well, he needs to be pulled off the case and somebody else needs to be put on the case. And I'm tired of people going, well, I'm going to defend this person. I don't care about either way. I'm not getting into the case. I don't care about who's against. I don't give a rat's tail about that. I honestly don't care. You know what I mean? What I care about is whether the case is being done right. And I don't know anything law-wise about this. I'm gonna have to ask someone who's a lawyer whether it's a contradiction of something for the DA to be dating a special prosecutor in this case. So I don't know. We got a lot of other things to talk about this morning. We'll get Israel at war coming up for you in just a few moments. But first, U.S. oil giant ExxonMobil is suing a group of Americans and Dutch activists, investors in an unusual situation, an effort to get this extreme proposal for stickers on the emissions. Those emissions are very irritating. I'm for ExxonMobil on this situation. Costs you a lot of money to do that. Reduction is a reduction that started back in May. The resolution seeks to say that the company's so-called Score 3 medium is to help with the emission reduction since 2015, but they're not agreeing with it. I guess it's a climate agreement and everything, and ExxonMobil's already done a climate agreement and everything because they were doing this before climate control became a issue or hot button topic. These businesses were already doing this. These people were already doing this. You know, people don't know this, but they were already doing this. We don't talk about it because it just wasn't important to people in that day and time of 10 years ago. It is important today. And I'm not throwing off on that for climate people. I'm not, what I'm saying, guys, I'm just saying that back then it just wasn't, but they were looking into that because they knew that the ozone layer was important to some people. So they had this agreement since 2015 when it became kind of a hot button issue and for emissions. But, you have to go in, in some states, you got to take an emissions test for your vehicle and you have to pay $50, $60 for that or whatever to pass it every time, maybe every year or every couple of years. I don't know when you have to do it or every time you get your license, your tag renewed or something in some of these states. I know in Nevada it was like every couple of years. So, but I understand the emissions, That's just extra money somebody's making. I don't fret any human being for making money, but it also, I don't know if these people that are doing these emissions, what kind of license they had to get to do it, and whether it's going to state or whatever. I don't know. I haven't really researched it. Wasn't important. It was just became a part of everyday life, like going to get some gas at the local convenience store or something. But ExxonMobil saying they've been doing this and had been basically passing this test since 2015, and now they're suing some people who are trying to make it look like it's even worse than it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time for our Killingsworth Realty report at 32 minutes past the hour. Turn them lights on and take that umbrella with you. Got a little rain in the forecast. We'll take a look at your active weather forecast coming up momentarily for the Atlanta, metro Atlanta area and surrounding areas. Rain continues to come in from Chambers County into Coweta County, all the way up to North Georgia into Tennessee. Rain continues this morning. Take an umbrella with you likely. Floyd Road in Atlanta. Crash near there, blocking lanes till about 7:41 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cherokee County, there's debris in the roadway there near exit 11. That's on I-575 southbound. That's going to be up to about 7:55 Eastern Standard Time. Cobb County crash near the shoulder near Highway 92. That's exit 277. 750 is when it's going to clear up. Fulton County had a crash at I-20 westbound right before Holmes Drive. That's exit 52 for those in the left lane. Expect some slow ride in the outbound for another 5 or 10 minutes. That's some travel advisory. Nothing major on Lower Fayetteville Road, Popular Road looking good, as well as Bullsboro picking up a tad bit. Front of the radio station here on Jackson Street, heading down towards LaGrange Street looking good. Down Interstate 85 southbound towards Grantville looking good. Good morning, David Clark and the City Council there. Thank you from the Grantville Police Department. No reports this morning. Hogansville PD say it's all clear in town. Interstate 85 is picking up a little bit, heading down towards LaGrange. Right there, New Franklin Road and LaGrange in front of the Walmart. And that Burger Road down through there, or next to Burger King and everything, that road is looking good there. Picking up going on the Commerce Avenue. It's a lot of traffic in the downtown connect area of LaGrange. Heading into downtown LaGrange looking good. The old West Point Road is the best way to get into West Point, because if you get off exit, West Point exit, take a right lane, there's still construction going on in West Point. Take the left, there's going to be a lot of backed up traffic at the Love's gas station because of the Hardee's. Everybody loves Hardee's breakfast. Head off the interstate into Lynette and Valley, looking good there. If you see something I don't see, give us a call at 770-347-9947 or shoot us an email, WQEE Newshound. Be a Newshound with us at 99classicrock@gmail.com. That's 99classicrock@gmail.com. We're going to take a break at 35 minutes past the hour. Come back, Israel at war. Prime Minister Netanyahu says in a video he rejects Hamas's ceasefire. We'll talk about that, plus some more stuff. We've got more and more details coming up. 21 Israel soldiers killed and large. This continues to be the most deadliest war in a very long time. The Israel-Hamas conflict continues right after the break. Good morning, everybody. It's on.
Cloudy with slight chance of rain showers today. High near 56. Winds east to 5-10 miles per hour. 50% chance of showers tonight. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Low near 51. Cloudy, occasional showers overnight. Continuing into your Wednesday with cloudy, occasional rain throughout the day. High near 67. East southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rainfall is 60%. Going into your Wednesday night, a 70% chance of showers with winds south southeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. Rain is steady, becoming more steady overnight and heavier. Heading into your Friday with an 80% chance of showers. Plenty of rain showers as well going into your Friday, and with a low near 56 and high near 67. That's your active weather forecast, sponsored by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or who eat things at all. Michael the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. The Run for Angels at Chicken Coop, February 3rd. 5K, 10K fun run. Fun run 8 a.m. 5K, 10K, 8:30 a.m. Chicken Coop Place, 9:30 a.m. to noon. Drive through or drive in. Noon at First United Methodist Church, 33 Greenville Street. Presented by the Kiwanis Club of Noonan. Run for Angels at Chicken Coop, February 3rd. Be there.
You're walking, shopping, or on your favorite trail. You get that feeling somebody's coming up on you. What do you do to be prepared in today's world? Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. As a certified tactical self-defense instructor, I'm specializing in women's self-defense. All women of all ages have the ability to learn how to defend themselves effectively. With technical drills to build their survival skills, you can be your own hero. Classes and private seminars are available. Learn today to have a safer tomorrow. WarriorDefenders.com.
Hey there, folks. Looking for a top expert in medical, health, and life insurance? Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine Preston, your trusted agent for finding the perfect plan to get your way. She works with multiple companies, ensuring the best option just for you. Don't miss out on the chance to make the right choice for your financial future. 706-525-5931. Speak to Charmaine Preston, CP Financial, your top medical sales agent.
Hello? 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 Good morning, doctor. Welcome back. Good morning.
Hey,
Hey, I'm about to go on there.
are you still mad at me?
Nope. Hold on a second. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm Ryan O'Neal. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Welcome back in. Good morning, Dr. Edward. And I got a special guest on the phone, Andra Polatis. And I'm going to get into the Israel war thing. Good morning, Andra. How you doing?
Good morning, Ryan. Other than having a stuffy nose, pretty good.
All right, I hear you. I do got a question for you. You've got a little law background, and this question came up because I don't know what's going on, but there's a divorce case going on with a special prosecutor in the 2021 election results or fraud or some kind of case that's going on. The DA over in Fulton County is dating this special prosecutor. Now, in the case, his ex-wife is telling all this and everything, and she's supposed to go into court today, and she didn't immediately have to testify yesterday, and she may have to do it today. Is there anything in the law books that say that a DA that picks a special prosecutor that they're not supposed to be dating in such a high-profile case like this, or is it all right? I just want to know.
Well, most of the time it depends on the state.
Okay.
But usually it's the discretion of the court. If
Okay.
the judge feels like it's going to have some type of bearing on the case,
Right.
then that's one thing. But then if it's insignificant and it's not going to matter either way,
Right.
then the judge is not going to care. But when you say testifying, what do you mean testifying?
Well, she has been called in the case as the special prosecutor and his ex-wife are getting a divorce. And there's a divorce case that started yesterday. Georgia divorce case judge rejects demand for Fannie Willis's immediate testimony yesterday, but she may have to testify today. They're going to ask whether or not the two have been seeing one another. And really,
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. So the special prosecutor and his wife are getting a divorce,
right.
and she's got to the wife that's divorcing him has got to testify against, or in what case?
Well, no. The wife is defense lawyer called for a subpoena for the DA because supposedly the DA, Fannie Willis, and the special prosecutor have a relationship. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just saying supposedly they have a relationship.
Okay, so he's been having an affair with a co-worker, and his wife's lawyer's going to call.
Right, exactly.
Bring that up.
Exactly. And the judge yesterday said in the case that she didn't have to testify, but she may have to testify today and everything. And a lot of people were saying that with that supposed relationship, that should, disqualify this special prosecutor in this 2024 election fraud against the former president and 19 other defendants in the election fraud case that's here in Georgia.
Actually, it sounds to me like it's two separate cases.
All right, thank you. I wanted to know.
But but it depends on the little details.
Okay.
See, the judges have to make the call.
Right.
Because they've got all the information, they know all the little details. And
Right.
you'd be surprised at what one little small detail could change everything. So it really depends on all the little details. I mean, like, you got to go through each case with a fine-tooth comb, and the judges will determine. Usually, though,
Right.
if it's two different separate cases, like you got one case that's in divorce court
Mm-hmm.
and this other case that's in state court or whatever.
Right.
They're about two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So now it does make the special prosecutor look bad.
Okay. All right. Okay. See
I mean,
that.
other than just, making them look bad in the public eye.
That is
You know, the judges have to go by laws that are on the books.
right. So that's what I'm saying. Is there a law on the books that say that, because I was sitting here trying to figure this out. I was like, this is something that I don't know. I don't have enough knowledge of. But what you're telling me kind of explains it to me a little bit more, and to the listeners out there too, because there's a lot of people just like, well, I don't like her because what she did to so and so, or he shouldn't be on there because they're dating, and we should just drop the case against the 19 defendants.
Think about it for a minute. Let's create a scenario.
All right, go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead.
All right. Let's say you and I are co-workers.
Mm-hmm.
We're both attorneys.
Right.
I'm a special prosecutor
Mm-hmm.
in this voting fraud thing.
Okay.
Okay. And you work in the same office I do,
Mm-hmm.
and we're having an affair.
Right.
Okay. And all of a sudden, my husband finds out and decides to divorce me
Right.
because he finds out I'm having an affair with someone in the office.
Right.
Okay, that's a different case for a different court.
Okay.
Different laws.
Okay.
Going through a divorce. There's something called a motion in limine.
Okay.
Which means if you try to bring something up
Right.
in a case that has nothing to do, like something out of somebody's past or
Mm-hmm.
something, or if you try to just submit anything and to try to help you win your case, and they can file a motion in limine and say that has nothing to do with this, and the judge can kick it out.
Right.
So it's going to be up to the judges to determine whether it's significant or not, and that a lot of that's not just by statute law, but by case law. This may be a new thing. This may be the first time this has ever happened.
Right.
If not, if this has happened before,
Mm-hmm.
there would be some case law on file
Right.
that they could look to see what happened in other similar cases. But other than that, it sounds to me like the two have nothing to do with each other.
Okay. So basically, just because the special prosecutor is getting a divorce, that does not impede him from doing his job in a different case.
So that's his personal business.
Okay.
I mean, family court is different from state court, a criminal court. You got criminal court, you got civil court, you got family court, you got drug court.
Right.
Sometimes, if you got a case in two different courts, sometimes they may overlap.
Right.
If some of the same, but that would be like a civil case and a criminal case. Like if I was drunk and I hit somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well I committed a crime.
Right.
Plus that person can sue me in civil court.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense.
OJ was acquitted for the crime, but he was still sued in civil court.
Yes, exactly.
for death.
I remember that. Yes.
Okay, so sometimes the two can overlap and intertwine, but in this case, it just, like I said, it depends on the little details that only the judges are going to be able to see. And it's, really, anytime you hear a story like that in the news, it's always based on very general, broad information, because they're not going to take the time to spell out every little teeny tiny detail.
That's right.
To determine if.
That's right.
I really can't see how him going through a divorce and who he's sleeping with has anything to do with him doing his job.
Right. Okay.
In the special prosecuting voter fraud case, whatever it is.
Right. Whatever it's called. I don't even know what it is. I just know it's been a big deal.
You talking about the case against Trump
and the 19 other defendants. Yes.
His bandit crew.
Yes. The 19 people.
Okay. Well, if he's the special prosecutor appointed to that case,
Mm-hmm.
who he's sleeping with, and if he's got another case going on, divorce court's only thing that's about is splitting up the the money, splitting up the property, and getting custody of the kids.
And that's what I was thinking.
That wouldn't have anything to do with him doing his job.
And that's what I was thinking. The wife is only bringing this up not because of the case, but because, hey, look, I'm divorcing him, and the reason I'm divorcing him is him and the DA, they're having a relationship, and this is my not defense, but this is what I'm using to, get what I need to get out of him in our divorce, because this is.
She's probably bringing that up because, honestly, I'm just going to tell you. If you're a judge, think about it for a minute. If you're a judge and you've been doing divorce court for 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
Whatever, however long, right?
You have seen it all.
Right. Oh, God, yeah.
And you haven't seen anything until you see how grown, professional, intelligent people act in a divorce. The things they will do and say. Now, him being an attorney, and his wife's probably not an attorney, right?
I don't know anything. Yeah, probably not, let's say.
Attorney? Okay.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably, in some, I'm just guessing here, he probably, they were arguing, and he probably said, did his male ego thing. Do you know who I am?
Most of us do that, yeah.
Person.
Yep.
Nobody's going to take your side against me. I'll destroy you. I'll do this to you. I'll do that to you because I'm this big important person,
Well, I don't know who she is either.
He
So
probably said, okay, I'm going public with your affair with what's her name.
hey, there you go. Could have been.
And
But
if he probably had, now, in a case, in a scenario like that, if he had just said, okay, we're going to keep this on friendly terms, and we're just going to split things up. And,
right.
I don't
Money's the root of all evil.
And I don't want the bad publicity. If he had done that, she probably would have just said, okay, give me what I want, and I'll go away quietly.
Could have been.
But if they're fighting tooth and nail over who's going to get the biggest piece of meat,
Yes, that's what it is.
That's probably why she went public with his affair.
Could have been. But anyway, it's a way of her lawyer to get a little bit more money for her and him. And that, I understand all that and everything.
Really, honestly, it doesn't make it, it's not going to get her, honestly, the truth is, it's not going to get her any more. If the judge in the case already knew, and both her attorney and his attorney,
Right.
if he can't represent himself.
Right. No.
Okay. They both knew, both the attorneys and the judge, they already knew about the affair. The only people didn't know about it was the public.
The public, yeah, of course.
So just because the public knows now, it's not really going to get her anything more.
No, but the thing about it is, I think she did it not because of anything except for what she needed to do for herself. I don't think she even cares about him and what he is doing as far as like his prosecuting. She's not trying to keep him from losing his job. But the point is, the question of it all, and you already answered this, because we're getting ready to take a break and get out of here at this first period. But you already answered the question. The question was whether it would affect his current position and what he's doing in a different case. And you said unless it has something to do with the judge or something like that, then it wouldn't.
Unless.
Right.
Her going now, like I said, her going public's not going to get her anything more because the judge is already going to give her what he's going to give her.
Right.
But her going public now could have chain reaction.
Right. Okay.
It could cause some type of chain reaction that could affect him somewhere down the line. In his credibility in the office.
Yep. I think that could be.
People see him.
And that could be the thing.
The person he's sleeping with. So.
There you go. And especially people on a high profile case like this. Well, Andrew, that was good. That's why I wanted to get, because I was sitting there doing the story and I was like, I know my listeners are not just they're going to have many more questions to this, and I can't explain it, and I appreciate that. And of course, Andrea is my lovely bride. Right? Sometimes.
You're not mad at me.
When I'm not mad at you. Yeah, sometimes I get mad. We all get mad. Well, anyway, tell everybody how they can follow you, where your social media is at, and all the good stuff. Red Letters Radio.
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, but I really haven't put anything out in a few years because God's got me doing some different things right now. He's got me going through some, I don't know how to explain it.
Training.
I say it in Christianese, but I don't know how to explain it. God's doing some work on me right now.
Okay, there you go.
Self-reflecting.
That's it.
He's got me really analyzing and examining a lot of things about myself and my relationship with him.
There you go.
Learning new things. And so once I'm done with all this, then I'll probably put some new stuff out about what I learned during all this.
Yes, indeed. Woo-hoo. Can't wait for it. But the good ones are still there, guys. The good ones. Follow her on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, the ones where I prophesied the destruction of Sin City. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's still good.
That's great. No, it's not still good. It's still great. I love it. I still listen to it.
Oh, yeah, God's going to destroy that city.
There you go. We're going to take a break. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We're about 5 minutes away from the top of the hour. We got more news for you after this. All right. That was good.
I didn't know you were going to put me on the radio.
Well, I had a question and I couldn't answer it, and I got a lot of people that's popping on here and they're listening and they probably want to know, and I figured it was important enough
That's
to.
what all she did. Look, the judge has already decided what he's going to give us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the wife is one thing.
Telling the whole world he's having an affair is not going to matter to that judge splitting up the property.
No.
He's only going to give him. He's already decided what he's going to do now, but it may have some chain reaction down the line. That might hurt him or the woman he's sleeping with. Might somebody, might later on.
The one he's supposed to.
I don't know. It's time for promotion or something.
Well, the one he's supposed to be having a relationship with is the DA over there that brought the charges.
The only thing I can think of is that person he's sleeping with could be married too, and her spouse probably didn't know about it. But
no, she's not. She's not. It's the DA. It's the DA Fannie Willis who is the one that was in the case, and they've been working together for years. And she's been getting him using him as a special prosecutor. And so many people are just like, well, because they're having a relationship, they just need to drop the charges. I don't know why you got to drop charges in a different case.
Well, no, them sleeping together has got nothing to do with dropping charges against somebody.
That's what I was thinking. And that's why I wanted you to tell that, because I couldn't.
It may have something to do with a state bar, firing them. Or
That's different.
But look, if I go out here and murder somebody, and I go to court, and the judge in my case is sleeping with somebody, that doesn't mean they're gonna drop charges against me.
Yeah, you're right.
Give me another judge.
That's right. Wow. Got a lot of people coming on this morning. Good morning, Maximan, Morgan. I don't know where these people not from here. Dr. Edward, good morning to you.
Well, what you do is you ask them to like your channel and subscribe to your channel.
They did. Thank you.
And ask them to, to type into the comments where they're from.
You guys type in the comments where you're.
All the other people on YouTube do.
You guys tell me where. Type in where you guys are from. They've already let me know that they've subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, and also let them know they can call in.
Yep, I've got all that information up in there too. And if you guys want to support this.
Sometimes it's too much. Just type. Sometimes they got a lot to say and it's too much to type. So they can just call in and let everybody hear it,
Exactly. Well, you guys, if you want to support the show too, my Cash App is on there too at $1 RyanShelander. That's $R, capital R, YAN, capital SHELANDER. And you can support the show. Thank you.
Yeah, anything, little $5, $10, anything helps.
Give me.
Just get some gas in the car to get up there.
I know.
Look, I gotta go.
All right. I'm going to let you go.
All right, you have a good show today.
All right, baby. I love you.
Love you too. Bye.
All right. Bye. Thank you guys for subscribing. If that's all you can do, I appreciate that. If you want to give a little money, I appreciate that. Whatever you want to do. There's no forced anything here. On the radio, real radio for you. Thank you, Maximan7. He's like, I'm spinning you. Oh, dude. All right, Doc, I got to get back to your question. How curious the thing is that most of the things that we experience, regardless, things that happen to us, which is we ourselves do not originate expressing some sort of power to ourselves. Oh, okay, cool. I understood exactly what you said, Doc. Exactly, it's about ourselves. I appreciate this. It's cool to have the father of physics on the show with us. The father of physics on the show with us. You guys, if you just are, some people may be from other countries and they can't understand English, but they're still supporting the show. I appreciate that.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Noonan, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
It's time for New Hampshire voters to weigh in. Choice for Republicans between Donald Trump and Nikki Haley.
Each and every one of you is going to cast the most important vote of your entire life.
At the stroke of midnight, all 6 votes in the tiny town of Dixville Notch went to Haley. The rest of the polls in New Hampshire begin opening in an hour from now. Correspondent Matt Piper's been speaking to people in Manchester.
Jim of Hanover, New Hampshire, says his vote for Nikki Haley is all about policy.
A candidate, a president who is policy focused. Policy focused means doing the work of finding a way to get bills passed that address major national issues.
All right, spread it and share and like the page and share the YouTube page and let everybody know. Thank you guys. And I appreciate everybody being with us this morning. It makes us feel good. Had a lot of views yesterday on the show. Doc, I think that had to do with you, my friend. They're like, wait a minute. You mean Ryan's got a father of physics on? That's what I'm going to start calling you, Doc. The father of physics. That's your nickname. It's your wrestling name. I give everybody a wrestling name.
Mr. Biden is not on the ballot in New Hampshire because the Democratic Party decided to move its first primary to South Carolina. Police say a man suspected of shooting inmates.
Buying some pretzel sticks?
Excuse me?
This is your wake-up call from TracFone Wireless.
Oh, I didn't know that was in there.
You didn't eat all those pretzel sticks by the end of the month, so this store took them back.
Good luck.
That's how some wireless companies are with your data, but TracFone Wireless gives you unlimited carryover data with active service, so you keep what you pay for. Plans start at $20 a month.
Wow, that's cool.
Sir, are you bothering the customers?
Yeah, hang on.
This is your wake-up call, people. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control.
See terms and conditions at TracFone.com.
Chimney Performing Arts invites you to travel to the magic world of ancient China. Experience a lost culture brought to life with incredible classical Chinese dance, magical scenery, and soul-stirring music. Shen-Yun, coming to River Center for the Performing Arts, January 23rd only. Tickets at shenyun.com/Columbus-GA. That's SHENYUN.com/Columbus-GA.
Where can you be a star athlete?
What's up, Steve? What's up, my boy? From the 1980s version of Iron Butterflies on with us this morning, Steve Feldman. Former lead singer of the 1980s version. They came back out in the 80s.
Highly ranked institutions. Learn more at
some of the original members and additional members, and Steve became their, I think, second singer in the 80s.
To provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at
Thank you, everybody being on. Let's get this up. Let's move.
Follow us on
Let's get everybody on. Let's get up to 1 million people. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta make up lies, right? What lies you guys want me to make up so we can get more people on? Just put in the feed. Ryan, just tell them this, man, and they'll come on. Ryan, we'll just start an argument in here with them. Yes, my listeners, we try to figure something out to like make people argue. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast. Shout out loud. They won't even come off. They want to stay on there listening. I can't. I don't want them coming off then.
Run for Angels and Chicken Coop, February 3rd. Be there. Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here.
Rod Peterson, my buddy.
You to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because
we're getting ready to go on. Good morning to everybody.
We make the listeners a part of the show.
Here we go.
You'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including
here we go.
That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hey, sports fans, weekdays 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern.
We're getting ready to go. I'm about to make you laugh too. We got great guests for the remainder of the morning too.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
Everyone, this is DJ Commando of a 45's Affair radio show, where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Noonan, Georgia.
You got that right, fella. It is period number 2. And this period, we're going to head to the Friday Night Lights scoreboard in just a few moments. Talk a little bit of football action as the Final Four come up. NFL, Super Bowl around the corner in a couple of weeks. We got details with our friend Richard Holdridge. Plus, Israel at war. We'll get you more details on that. And all of you wonderful people joining us on YouTube, thank you and good morning to you. Who am I? RyanORadio Penitentiary host, Ryan O'Neal. And of course, yes, I am the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast. Shout it out loud across that RyanORadio media page. Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. Across the British Columbia, Isles of Canada, and finally, the Jordan Communication and Family Radio Stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, including right here at the heartbeat of Atlanta, 99.1 FM, WQEE, the key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and so much more. That's right, we got it going on with you on this Twisted Tuesday. Sports, movies, and more. We're going to get it all underway in period number 2. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. If I don't see you again, a very good night. We appreciate all of you. And to my haters, well, I got one thing to say to you haters. Listen up. Damn straight, I'm the man around here. Welcome into period number 2. It's under kind of rainy skies out there. 8 minutes past the hour, or whatever time it is, wherever you're at. 8 minutes past the hour. We're holding in the metro Atlanta area and Atlanta areas, 42 degrees. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. If I don't see you again, a good night. Straight edge, independent skeptic right here for you. That's what they call me. No drugs, no alcohol, no nothing in this head. So guess what? I got it all, no fog there. Independent means I'm down the middle and look at everybody's side. I like to pick on some and talk about some good stuff. And skeptic means I only believe in that, B-I-B-L-E. But other things can be proven to me, and I got a lot of friends that do a lot of different things and got a lot of different activities they bring to me and tell me different things they know. And, you know, I need to put in there non-judgmental as well. But I am the tell it like it is guy. Tell me when I'm telling lies. CM Punk is not only one of the guys I look up to as a wrestler besides Triple H. I also love his tell me when I'm telling lies thing. And then that favorite movie of mine with Jack Nicklaus and Tom Cruise. I never thought it'd be so appropriate. I never thought I'd be able to use this. Tell me, you can't handle the truth. Never thought I'd be able to use that. All right, coming up this hour, we're going to be talking a little River Dragons hockey, man. Talking about what the River Dragons are going to be doing next. Atlanta's about to get a hockey team ready for that. But we'll talk more of that during the day, 12 to 2 p.m. on the Rod Peterson Show. You'll have more hockey news, but with them. And we're going to talk about the Final Four, NFL. Richard Holdridge's 49ers. That's all coming up this hour, and he's got his game of the week. He's going to tell you about how to follow him on Georgia Alabama Sports Live and all that good stuff. All right, let's jump into it. Time for some headline news this morning. Israel at war. Prime Minister Netanyahu released a video in which he rejects Hamas's demands for a ceasefire. Israel forces withdrawn and released Palestinian prisoners held by Israel as a part of it. The Prime Minister said that no to a Palestinian state, which is they're trying to get a Palestinian state separated, have different states, their own thing. And he said he will not surrender to the Hamas monsters. Well, they are monsters. A Palestinian state would pose a very unusual change in Israel. So he says no to that right now. We'll see how that, if they work anything out. I know they're going to try to work out. They just want to get rid of the Hamas terrorists after the October 7th attack that began at you guys got to understand, at a music festival there. It'd be like you going to a music festival and seeing, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, whatever, Morgan Waller, Jason Aldean, Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, of course, everybody's like, none of them people play together. They all got different views. Green Day, they all got different views. And I'm just putting all those artists out there as a group, and all of a sudden happens like this. It's kind of sad that an attack happened. 21 Israel soldiers were killed in central Gaza on Monday, though. The IDF, the Israel Defense Force, said the largest military loss suffered by the Middle Eastern country since the beginning of the war in October. A terrible day, says a spokesperson for the IDF. He put the statement on X. Many of our reserved warriors lost in the last 24 hours. We're determined. May their memories be blessed. The majority of the soldiers who were killed went into a 2-story building that collapsed around 4 p.m. their time as a result of an explosion. And he said that the soldiers were removing Hamas buildings and infrastructures near the Gaza border with the Israel soldiers when this happened. Wow. The remaining of those that deceased were protesting, remaining of those that were not deceased were protecting the building inside and killed when the tank hit. No, let's take that back. I got a little tongue tied there. Sorry. The remaining deceased were protecting the inside of the building when they were killed, when the tank that they were in hit the building as well after a rocket hit them. Wow. The Jerusalem Post says that 19 of the 21 soldiers died in the building. That's the collapse, with 2 remaining in the tank. Prayers for these wonderful people and everything. Hopefully this can get done pretty soon. This is a war that's been going on forever. Anybody remembers the name, the Israel-Iran, Israel-Hawa? There's, you can go back and watch old TV shows. You can go watch old programs. They're talking about this war back in 1980. Before then, all this stuff, always talking about peace in the Middle East. This is something I don't think we're ever going to understand, the rest of the world will ever understand. Even though you have supporters from the Christian side of things for Israel and everything, I still don't think none of us are really going to understand this thing. We don't understand it completely. I really don't think we understand it completely. So we're going to have to let them do what they need to do and try to do the best all of us as can, as different countries, to go, what can we do to support this situation on both sides, and what we can do to support our friends in Israel as well. San Francisco Mayor London Breed said that she will not sign a ceasefire resolution calling for the ceasefire in Gaza. She did that last week. So some of the politicians are asking to be done that. Crystal, I am from WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key. Good morning, Crystal. We are in the metro Atlanta area of Atlanta and Noonan. Where are you from, Crystal? Let us know. We have a good variety of programming here. And if you're tuning in for the first time, you're in lockdown with the RyanORadio Penitentiary, where news, weather, sports, great events, movie reviews, horrifying history come up on Wednesday, Weird Wednesday, True Crime Thursday. We have something different every day on the show. We try to do something a little different every day. We'll give you your news, but we don't get too much into the details. All right, let's jump into a couple other things. The body of a man. Let's hit this news story. Music. The body of a man who disappeared late last year recently was discovered in chimney in central Georgia, ladies and gentlemen. Where are you from there? Let us know, everybody, on the feeds. The victim's body was discovered about 7:30 p.m. Friday, identified as 43-year-old Anthony Rumpkin. And the Big County Sheriff's Department in Georgia said the man's been missing since January 1st. 4 days afterwards, the family said he was supposed to show up, but he didn't. Rumpkin was found by a roommate of his in the city of Macon, Georgia. Wow. No one knows what happened and how he ended up where he ended up. So we'll see. Well, there's details. The investigation in the case still continues. An emergency hearings has been held on Monday. We just talked about this last hour with the Fannie Willis that must testify in a divorce case involving the special prosecutor that she supposedly was having a relationship with. Now, we talked a little bit about that with Andrew Blanas last hour. She gave us details from the law's point of view, the law side of the point of view. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we deaf this morning, and I cannot believe they don't have this. There you go. Dexter Scott King, the youngest son of Dr. Martin Luther King, passed away at age 62. We're going to get you in the details of that too right now. He was the youngest son and third child of slain civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. and his wife. And he passed away at age 62. King died peacefully in his sleep in his home in Malibu, California, after a battle with prostate cancer, according to his wife, Lee Webb King. In a statement issued by Martin Luther King Jr.'s Center for Nonviolence Change, they said, he gave it everything and battled this terrible disease till the end. As with all the challenges in his life, he faced his hurdle with bravery and might. King's sister, King Center CEO Bernice King, added, words cannot express the heartbreak I feel from losing another sibling. I am praying for the strength to get through this very difficult time. Martin Luther King III said, this is a sudden shock. It's devastating. It's hard to have the right words at a moment like this. We ask for your prayers for the entire King family. Dexter King, ladies and gentlemen, was born in Atlanta January 30th, 1961. He was named after the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama, where Martin Luther King Jr. preached somewhat, and where he served as a pastor. He was only 7 years old when his father was assassinated in Memphis in 1968. 1968, tells you a lot. But that era, huh? The good old days. Like his father, he grew up in the Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, where his grandfather served as pastor, and graduated from Frederick Douglass High School, where he played high school football, participated in other organizations. He attended Morehouse College in Atlanta and later devoted his life to continuing his father's legacy. Dexter King served as both the chairman of the King Center and the president of the King Estate as well. Dexter King's death from prostate cancer mirrors the struggles that many African-American men nationwide with diseases. They are 70% more likely to develop prostate cancer in their life than others of any other race. Good morning. Oh, I'm going to say hello to you. El Salvador, America Central. Hey, there you go. Now, Crystal didn't tell us where she was from, but thank you, Romero. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Hey to you. That's a pretty cool place. Anyway, the 70-year-old, well, let's go back to, yes, 70% of that. The issues come into focus this month for the Secretary of Defense. Lloyd Austin was hospitalized as well. So we'll keep you abreast of what's going on there and when services may be coming for Dexter King, who is a young son of Martin Luther King Jr., the youngest son. Spanish. You speak Spanish. Awesome, brother. So hopefully you can understand this and it translates into your language. But we appreciate you being with us. Everybody, we appreciate everybody being with us here at the RyanORadio Penitentiary. 19 minutes past the hour at 99.1 FM WQEE, the key, home of Southern sports and inspirational talk. Also, we are real radio for real people. We're not in our mom's basement playing G.I. Joe in our mom's basement and picking up a book and reading out of a conspiracy theory book to tell you the news here. No, we're giving you the real deal. I'm really using real news sources. You're learning to speak English. Awesome. Maybe one day you'll be able to come and be part of our American culture. That would be great. Anyway, El Salvador. Wow. Got people listening everywhere. We got Kiko in Japan, Robert in Australia. We got our friends in England. I'm sure it's hard for you. I tell you what, brother, it's hard for us to learn other languages as well from America. So just keep at it. You'll get it. Believe me. You will get it. Anything worth doing is worth doing right and working hard at it. Believe me, I've been doing this for a number of years. And it's picking up. All right, let's see what else is going on in the headline news for you this morning. Drop a little WWE Raw review on you as Gunther mocked Seth Rollins as Seth Rollins was injured. He come out saying he's going to be out for a little bit, but he's going to still be wrestling. He's going to be at WrestleMania, and it's going to take about 4 months. New Day and Imperial had a no contest match to beat each other up. Ivy Nile beated Van Halen. Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Nia Jax filed each other before the Royal Rumble this coming up Saturday, and we'll talk more about the Royal Rumbles tomorrow morning on the show. Dirty Dom defeated The Miz. Finn, JD, and the Dirty Dom attacked The Miz, and DIY came out, who gets a title shot next week for the tag team belts. Ivar defeated Chad Gable. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes engaged in a back and forth, some of the best back and forth between the two, and Drew McIntyre defeated Damian Priest with the help of basically R-Truth messing it up. You will learn, my brother. That's what I'm saying. Romero. I hope I said that right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got listeners from everywhere on the network and everywhere. Good morning to Sweet Leaf. You have happy day too, my friend. Good morning to Sweet Leaf, Bobby, Tim, Sue, and Rodney K on the Navajo Nation joining us this morning as well. Wow. All right, a couple other newsworthy notes. Let's jump into it. Some other headline news. U.S. oil giant ExxonMobil is suing a group of American and Dutch activists, investors in an effort to block the further extreme proposal of sticking to their emissions. They already said they did back in 2015, and then they feel like they're trying to push it and stick them a little bit more. Get more money out of them, I guess. Senate rejects Bernie Sanders' push on Tuesday for Israel aid and humanitarian rights. That's another big one. Also, San Francisco Mayor London Breed, we told you, said she would not sign a ceasefire resolution for Gaza last week. These stories and more on the WQEE page. Check it out on our WQEE page. Still to come, we got our good friend Richard Holdridge joins us right after this break in just a few moments. But first, let's take a look at what's going on with our traffic. Thank you, Rod, for joining us. Rod Peterson of the Rod Peterson Show, weekdays from 12 to 2, right here on 99.1 FM, WQEE The Key. I appreciate everybody worldwide listening as well. We are going to have a good time. We got a lot of great guests. This morning's been just great. Start off with Andrew Polanis, giving us a little background of the law and what's going on there with the Fannie Willis case and the divorce case there. Also, we're going to have some sports news. We're going to talk a little bit of NFL action with Richard momentarily. Top 10 movies. Mean Girls. Who's going to knock the Mean Girls out of the top spot this weekend? We'll talk with Shane B in the final period. Movie reviews coming up. We'll get everything you need. And tomorrow morning on the show, Professor Brenda Gasky from Horrifying History joins us as we stain the blood of WQEE. Hold on a minute. We stain the blood of the history, the pages of history with Horrifying History tomorrow morning on the show. So got a lot in store for you. 42 under kind of rainy skies out there, and it's time for us to take a break. When we come back, you and I are going to go into the Friday Night Lights scoreboard. We're going to talk about some NFL Final Four, and I already predicted somebody being there. We'll talk about that, River Dragons, and a few other things going on in the world of sports as we have our sports analyst from the Sports Beat, Richard Holdridge, joins us after the break. You guys stay right there. More on the way on the RyanORadio Penitentiary. You're in lockdown. Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, my friend. How's it going?
Good.
Good. Rain not messing with you this morning? Yes, not too bad.
Not too bad.
That's always a good thing. It's better than last week.
Of course.
I mean, whew. So let me get this right here. Wow. We got people from El Salvador. We got people from El Salvador listening this morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm on the radio station's YouTube page, and we started adding a lot of people on there too. So we're everywhere. This station's everywhere.
Typically, how many people listen to the radio station? It's like, what do you thought? I know it's not an exact number, but
I say we've got I don't know. I know we get about 6,000, 7,000 at each hour at a time just on the radio. It's 50,000 worldwide. But you have to count state. You have to, because people are listening online in Alabama and Georgia to this station because there's not another station around that does what we do. And Rod, I don't know, he gets text messages every day from people in North Georgia, South Georgia, Alabama, and they always tell him they're listening to him on WQEE. So, and I go back and I check my feed, and they're on my feed. So,
man, I need to reach out to him and see if he wants to come back on the show. I think it really helps both our brands when we do a crossover podcast.
Well, it definitely is. I think we're the only one. Well, I tell you, I feel like Rod has brought a lot of attention to the NHL in Georgia. I feel like he's the reason NHL's really looking at Atlanta because he knows people. He actually knows people in the NHL. He's not just somebody who's like, oh, okay, let me talk about it. He actually knows these people. So. And he's been doing a show here, and I guess they thought, well, if he's doing a show there, must be a good place to go. And they probably called him and talked to him about how well it's going for him. So, yeah, man. I heard that Georgia High School Athletic Association just wants money from radio stations, dude. They want radio stations to pay for the finals and stuff.
Well, I mean, I got denied media credentials for a third time by the GHSA. That Steve Figueroa guy is one tough cookie to crack because I don't meet the criteria. I don't work for a newspaper with Georgia Press credentials.
Well, you do work for a paper. Why don't you get some? Yeah, you do write for a paper.
Yeah, but it's not a paper with like part of the Georgia Press Association.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're really getting skimpy on that.
Well, I know that when it comes to
all I've done,
right.
I've applied for the GHSA website for media credentials 3 times already for three different sports, for football, softball, and basketball. Got denied all 3 times. So really, and you've heard on my show, I haven't necessarily bashed them, but I went and I read the policy on my show.
I heard that yesterday.
I've actually brought it to life. It's like, yeah, a guy in the media has been denied 3 times.
Well, the thing about it is, they want radio stations to pay them for them playoffs and stuff. So a lot of radio stations just don't want to do that anymore. They don't want to pay. I mean, it's a high percentage to get 2 people to go out there and call a game. It costs a lot of money for the radio station, and they don't even make it back up. I've been doing this for years. In Alabama, it don't cost anything. It's weird. Yeah. All right, we're getting ready to go on. Hold on.
All right, cool.
Yes, indeed. It is. Friday nights are awesome for you and me. Friday Night Lights as well. It's good for football. It's also Twisted Tuesdays are great for football and more. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the Friday Night Lights scoreboard, as always, every Tuesday morning at this same time. He is a writer for the Chattahoochee Valley Living. He is the voice of the Columbus Rapids when they were here. He did Columbus Lions football, Columbus Chattahoochee baseball, Chattahoochee Monster baseball, as well as Georgia Alabama Sports Live. He is the voice of baseball, basketball, football of high school. He's a husband. He's a father. He's a military man. He's everything. And the host of the Sports Beat weekdays from 2 to 3 p.m. right here. Please welcome our friend, the one, the only, Richard Holdridge. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Ryan. Great introduction. I just keep grinding away. I've been knocking out shows. I've been calling games. I know that it's all worth it. Josh Pate once said that the grind is a blessing. I mean, I'm continuing to grind, not because I get some reward out of it. It's because I love sports. I mean, when you have your favorite team in football win a game like that against Green Bay, I'm just so happy that I could have a platform where I could express my opinion and just talk about sports daily. And I just really appreciate this opportunity. And we're coming up on my 2-year anniversary at the station. It's quite a milestone.
It is quite a milestone, and it's been great to be able to provide this kind of programming with all the additional programming we have at the station, so people can actually hear people that are passionate about not only the sports or whatever topics they're passionate about, but they're real people who are really doing this. And I appreciate having you here. I'm glad it's 2 years. And to me, I just look out there, and that's why I tell everybody this is real radio with real people, and we're not doing this from my mom's basement. And that everybody here is doing things, because everything in 2024 is becoming automated, or I should say AI. And AI cannot tell you with a feeling, give you that feeling of my team won and they're going in the Final Four like you can with the 49ers. And I called the 49ers after the first 2 games of the season. I talked with Coach Tommy Lewis yesterday. We talked a little bit about over the weekend. He was a little sad the Bills lost because the head coach is one of his best friends. But heading into this weekend, we've got the Final Four. Probably the toughest task this season for the 49ers, but I still feel like it's going to be a 49ers Ravens Super Bowl. That's just how I feel. But what is your thoughts going into the Final Four this weekend?
Well, both are the favorites going into the conference championships. Both are number 1 seed. But I know that the entire country wants to see the Lions and the Chiefs.
Mhm.
They want to see the Lions because it is a feel-good story. The Lions have never made it to the Super Bowl.
Right.
They have reached the conference championship for the first time since 1992. But get this, the Detroit Lions have not won a road playoff game since the 1950s, and they have never beaten the 49ers in a playoff game on the road.
Right.
And then also, everybody's rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs because of Taylor Swift. I mean, look,
I know.
my wife and daughters are watching football because of Taylor Swift. I mean, they sat there with me and watched the Bills Chiefs game, and they're looking forward to the AFC Championship. In fact, we're actually putting together a little get together with some finger foods because that's how big of a deal it is.
Right.
Imagine if the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl, and the whole Taylor Swift effect has been phenomenal. It's going to get a massive rating. I believe the Bills Chiefs game got a massive rating.
Mhm.
But I do think that there are the football fans that are cheap fatigued. They're tired of seeing the dynasty in the conference championship.
Right.
They want to put the shovel on Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
They want this to go away.
Right. Right.
I think it's good for football. I think that it's great to have a villain. You want to root for a villain, and Patrick Mahomes is starting to become a villain. I know we were rooting for him when he took on Tom
We
Brady
did.
in the first conference
Yep.
championship. He's starting to become a villain. Lamar Jackson is a good story to root for. Just
He is.
because a lot of criticizers said that he wasn't a good pocket passer.
Exactly.
But, imagine if he could get to a Super Bowl, that would be a great story. And the people that criticize the quarterback more than anybody out there are the people that are ripping Brock Purdy.
Oh, yeah.
He can't throw wet football. Oh, he's not a good quarterback without
Right.
Deebo Samuel. Well, yes, he had a bad game against the Packers.
One day.
Matter the most. He marched them down and got the go-ahead touchdown.
Exactly.
And the 49ers won the game. A win is a win.
A win is a win. Exactly.
But I'll take it.
Well, I tell you what, before we get into the 49ers, as they're going to be taking on the Lions this weekend, I want to talk about the whole Taylor Swift effect and everything. I'm noticing it is bringing more eyes to it, and there's more eyes and more cameras towards her being up there. But this past weekend, I think somebody took a little bit away from Taylor this past weekend, and that was Jason Kelsey. After he decides to retire from his team, the Eagles, he is, I don't know, maybe he, had a little too much to drink because he was out in the cold snow with no shirt on and everything. What'd you think about Jason showing up, supporting his brother and everything else? I think he took away from Taylor just a little bit.
I do too. He's really stealing the show. I mean, probably one of the greatest centers to ever play the game, and he's not going to be known for that. He's going to be known as Travis Kelce's brother, and they got a good relationship, and they really have been doing a great job with the media market, just marketing that. And,
right.
He had a great time, and he was supporting his brother, and I thought that was awesome.
I think it was too, and I think he was a little bit happy. Well, I called it at the beginning of the year. I called it. I said, as we got into it, the way the 49ers, if they're going to be good this year, they get the first couple before the season started. I told you I think they'll go all the way. And then as the season began, 2 or 3 games into it, I see them going to the Super Bowl. And look, we are just one game away from your San Francisco 49ers going to the Super Bowl. It could be the 49ers and the Chiefs this year. You just never know because, just because we are supporting Lamar doesn't mean the Chiefs can't come out on top on this. And like we said, the Lions could always win too. But give us a scenario of the 49ers, either the 49ers taking on the Ravens and the 49ers taking on the Chiefs. How do you see the 49ers and the Chiefs? We know Taylor Swift will be there and all the other activities on there. But what do you think Brock Purdy and the 49ers could do if they had to take on the Kansas City Swifties?
Well, whoever they play in the Super Bowl, if they get to the Super Bowl,
right,
they'll have a chance to avenge a Super Bowl loss in the last 12 years. Because
right,
they did lose to the Ravens in that blackout game.
right.
They lost to the Chiefs 4 years ago.
Okay.
better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yep.
He's better than Colin Kaepernick.
Yep.
If the 49ers are going to win a Super Bowl, they're going to win it with Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
And Colin Cowherd got on his show yesterday, and I'm a fan of Colin Cowherd. I listen to him just about every day.
Right.
He said he doesn't see Brock Purdy hoisting the Lombardi Trophy.
Ooh.
You're kidding me. I'm just like,
what?
You know what? I'm gonna get on my podcast and I'm gonna start defending Brock Purdy, and you'll hear a different angle because I'm gonna have Gabe Reynolds on. We're gonna have a fantastic show tomorrow.
Whoa, yes.
I'm the biggest Brock Purdy fan.
I know.
Breaking records as the 49ers quarterback, and what quarterbacks aren't allowed to have bad games?
No, they're not.
2 bad games in wet field conditions. It's supposed to be dry and sunny next week against the Detroit Lions. And I don't know, Stephen A. Smith said, well, if the 49ers don't have Deebo Samuel, they have no shot at beating the Lions.
Ooh.
They don't have a good defense. Their defense is not very good. Their pass defense is horrendous.
Wow.
49ers have a field day. If anything, and Jared Goff is not a mobile quarterback, the 49ers defense struggles against mobile quarterbacks. They have owned Jared Goff when he was on the Rams. I know that the Lions are a good story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of rooting for them. If the 49ers lose, I'm rooting for the Lions in the Super Bowl. Because
Okay. Yeah.
I have some fans who are Lions fans. I know they are excited that the Lions have made it this far. But this is a mismatch. I mean, let's just be real here. This is an absolute mismatch because the Lions don't have a mobile quarterback.
Right.
And their defense is not good.
Well, I like I tell you, I'm filling it down. It's going to be a 49ers in. The 49ers will win this one, I feel like. If the Lions are really just got too much heart, then maybe they'll turn it out. But I think the 49ers are going to be one of the two participants. And to me, it's hard. I hate to say this. It's going to be hard. I see the Ravens as good as they are, but the Chiefs have the momentum behind them. The Chiefs not only have Patrick Mahomes, but with Travis Kelce and with the whole Swiftie Nation behind them, I mean, there could be a possibility the Chiefs come out and win this one. Now, they were not really to expect. I mean, they barely won it over the Bills, in my opinion. So, but the Chiefs could come out and win this, and we could see a Chiefs and 49ers Super Bowl. And to me, that would be pretty darn cool. And you have Taylor Swift not part of anything except for sitting up in the press box while Reba McEntire's out there singing, Post Malone's out there singing, and whoever they're getting for the halftime show. I don't remember that. But Usher. Oh, yeah, and Usher's doing the halftime show. That's right. And so, I mean, yeah, one way or the other, Swift to be there. And if she's there, most of the fans will be there too. So, I mean, it's just one of those things, man. It's an exciting time of year. We're a few weeks away from it. And I know you're excited, and you're going to have a good time this weekend with the Chiefs Lions game and I mean the Chiefs Ravens game. So there you go. The 49ers and the Lions this weekend. It's all Sunday, correct?
All on Sunday.
So it's Sunday football. So once you get out of church, everybody, don't go to the local restaurant. Well, do go to your local restaurant, but get it to go to get on home, because you're going to have 2 games you got to get home for. Am I right, Richard?
Yeah, that first game is going to be at 3. I mean, so you got time. You could go eat out if you want. If you get out of church at about 11:30-ish.
Yeah.
Go get something to eat at your local restaurant and then be home in time.
Well, you haven't been to my church.
First game, the AFC Championship.
You haven't really been to my church, and there's a lot of people who go to church. They stay in there till 2 or 3 o'clock, so they might have to. There's a lot of different churches, but yeah, I agree with you. Let's talk a little bit about the River Dragons right quick, some hockey action. Our River Dragons are doing well, man. I talked to Tom Callahan not too long ago. Of course, Blue Ridge Bobcats, they kind of ran over them this past weekend. They had 4-3 both nights. How do you get the same score in 2 nights? How did that happen?
Well, they're facing a Blue Ridge team, by the way, an expansion team.
Right.
On the road, sometimes road games can be kind of clinky. But the River Dragons are beating the teams they're supposed to beat. And they've got separation in the Continental Division over the Carolina Thunderbirds, who've really been their nemesis, their thorn in their side
Right.
when it comes to playoff hockey. Right now, the Columbus River Dragons have the best overall record in the Federal Prospect Hockey League by 1 point over the Venus and Black Bears, which is going to be very important, especially if they have to face the Black Bears in the Commissioner's Cup final.
Mm-hmm.
But their goal is to get home ice, and I still say to this day, I do not like the 1-2 playoff format. But if you're going to basically, they have lost playoff games where they won game 1 at home, and then they're facing elimination going on the road for the next 2 games, and they have lost full games. And so what you want to do is you want to have that situation. Even if you lose game 1 on the road,
Right.
games 2 and games 3 are back at your home ice.
Right.
And the River Dragons have not had that in their playoff exit in the last 2 seasons. They want to try and get that this year, and there is no question that they have gotten separation between them and Carolina in the division. And I expect the River Dragons to hoist that Commissioner's Cup trophy. And really, the acquisition of Justin McDonald, I mean, can we say that was just a home run by the River Dragons organization and Ignite Sports to get Justin McDonald, who has had experience in the Commissioners, in the Federal Prospect Hockey League. I think you have your pieces that really have been around for years, like Josh Pietrotono, Austin Doe. Jay Cruz every now and then will come out of the general manager position and he'll suit up. And I know that his playing time is he's in the backside of his career, but Jay Cruz does get on the ice from time to time. He's a fan favorite, and I know when he hangs his skates up, he is going to be a head coach or a general manager. And I really appreciate everything that Jay Cruz has done for this organization, and we really appreciate him not only as a hockey player but as a hockey mind, somebody that knows the game, where he wants to teach others.
Right.
To be a coach and a general manager one day.
I tell you what,
Well, he's already doing that. He's done that. He's been the interim coach for Boo Boo Bouchard, and then right now he's the assistant general manager. So yeah, he's already doing it.
He's definitely already doing it, and it is exciting for the River Dragons to continue their domination on the ice. We talked about it last year. We've talked about it before. They get so close to the finals. Do you think that they're going to be hosting that cup up this season, in your opinion?
Yeah, with no doubt. I'm hoping that they do, but they should. They are the favorites.
Right.
Win the Federal Prospects Commissioner's Cup. I mean, barring some craziness that happens, they should be getting home ice, and they should be clinching it on their home ice at the Columbus Civic Center. And I'm going to take it a step further. We need to have a parade in Columbus.
There you go.
Even when these Columbus teams win championships, we give them their flowers. We have like a rally when they get back, and we have like a celebration. No, we need to have a parade going down Broadway right there in downtown Columbus. It needs to happen. And I bet the mayor, Mayor Skip Henderson, I bet him. And I gotta say, he's probably one of those that can make it happen. I mean, because he really supports Columbus sports. I mean, he loves Columbus sports. He was, a very big supporter of the Columbus Rapids and the River Dragons and the Chattanooga and the Lions. And I think that we can make it happen if the River Dragons do win the Federal Prospects Commissioner's Cup.
Well, I tell you what, it sounds like it's going to be a good time had by all for sure and everything. So before we let you go, we got about 12 minutes left to go here. 12 minutes to the top of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. 41 degrees, cloudy skies out there. Give us your game of the week from Georgia, Alabama Sports Live that you will be a part of this weekend.
Well, it's happening tonight at the Land. It's the greatest rivalry in Columbus. It's Brookstone and Pacelli happening tonight. Basketball on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Griff Barrett and I will have the call. And really, Thursday night we have Glenwood Lee Scott. I mean, this is rivalry week. We got Carver Columbus on Friday. I mean, just so many rivalries going on. here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I'm just excited to be a part of it and love calling games. And we are weeks away from baseball. I'm excited about baseball. We are going to be live streaming baseball games at the high school level on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. So get ready.
There you go.
Baseball fans, it's coming.
It's coming. Baseball's around the corner. Man, we got spring training pretty soon for the pitchers and the catchers to start too. And the Braves are looking good this season.
Days.
Go ahead.
2 days, Ryan. Pitchers and catchers report.
When?
In 22 days.
Whoa, 22 days. That's not very long.
Greatest word that a baseball fan can hear. Pitchers and catchers report.
That's it. Baseball fans are excited. We got baseball right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as always, Richard, we appreciate you being with us on a Tuesday morning. Tell everybody how to follow you, all that good stuff, and what's coming up on the Sports Beat today from 2 to 3.
Absolutely. You can follow me on Twitter, sports @RichardH. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. You can subscribe to the show on Facebook. I'm starting to do my Facebook Live shows, which are also on the Sports Beats YouTube channel. Today on the show, I have got two incredible guests, starting with a national sports icon. He's starting to become wildly popular nationally. It's Jake Crane from Crane & Company. And then I have probably one of the greatest sportscasters, Hall of Famer, Fountain City, Dave Plata is going to be on the show as we take a stroll down memory lane talking about minor league baseball in Columbus. And the new AA team, the Braves AA team, the Mississippi Braves, is coming to Columbus in 2025. Get ready, Fountain City, because I hope baseball fans, especially Braves fans that live in Columbus, I hope you're packing Golden Park in 2025. I know I will. And somehow, some way, I want to be a part of this. I don't think end up being announcer. I know in the Braves, they're going to keep it in-house. I believe they're going to try to get somebody within the Braves organization to be the voice of the new AA team. But I would love to be the PA announcer. That is something that as soon as that job posts, I'm applying for it.
There you go.
I'm excited about minor league baseball in Columbus. And really, we're going to have minor league baseball from April to September. I mean, it is going to be phenomenal.
It will be. It starts next season. Of course, can't wait to listen today with Dave Plata as a special guest, along with other great programming notes from 2 to 3 with the Sports Beat with Richard Holdridge. Richard will be back with us next week. And of course, we're going to let him out on good behavior. Guys, we're going to take a break. When we come back here, we still have on the way straight ahead. It's going to be Shane B. and movie reviews next hour. All right, brother. That was good as always.
Yeah, buddy.
Fun.
We're doing some great, amazing things.
It is, man. It just keeps growing and growing. You just got to keep.
Well, I mean, I've kind of got like a good rhythm where I could just start giving you more Sports Beat shows. I mean, I haven't been giving you everything. I've been doing so much stuff that I've just been giving you an hour's worth of content. But I've been doing extra stuff.
Okay. Well, that's plenty of stuff that you'll be able to think about. You'll be able to.
When we hired Noah Shelton as a third announcer, I think that really helped because there are some days where I get a day off and I can just sit back and listen to Noah and Thrift, and it's incredible. I mean, Noah is a rising star.
Right.
I mean, we've actually entertained ideas. If he wants to do a radio show, I will produce it. I mean, he's young. He loves sports. He just graduated from Alabama.
Right.
Went to Glenwood. He remember. I don't know if you remember Noah. He was calling the Chattahoochee Monsters games with Tom Callahan.
Yeah, I remember him. I do.
Yeah. We've hired him on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. So.
Well, y'all got baseball coming up. He's going to be really into that. I know.
He is excited, and we're actually going to have him do majority of the CBCC games because they're paying us the most. So.
Right.
Yeah, that's the junior college in Phoenix City Chattahoochee Valley Community College. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yep, I know it. I know everything around, man. I know everything around. That's my job is to know everything around me.
Well, the problem is that not a whole lot of people go to games.
Right.
I was at a Chattahoochee Valley Community College basketball game, and there was nobody in the stands. I mean, we're trying to build the brand. The athletic director is paying us, we're covering that because they're paying us the most money.
Right.
So that's the priority is CVCC athletics.
Well, I don't blame you.
I called a game last week, and it was an exciting game. I was just trying to get the fans excited about CVCC. And so we're going to be doing that. We're doing a baseball media day.
Okay.
I've reached out to all the. We're just keeping it local to Columbus, though. I mean, we have 16 teams, so we just February the 4th is our baseball media day.
All right, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I mean, who else is doing baseball media days? I mean, we're thinking of innovative. We're thinking of new stuff.
That's what you got to do to stay fresh in this business, my friend, for sure. Well, all right, brother, I'm going to let you go. I got to get ready for my next guest, and we'll talk again next week. All right. Sounds good.
All righty.
Talk to you later, brother.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Cher, it's 29 there. You warmed up a little bit.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of a 45's Affair radio show where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM.
What's up, everybody? Listening to RyanORadio Penitentiary worldwide, all over the YouTube. What's up? All right. Let's welcome back in. Thank you to our good friend Richard Holdridge from the Sports Beat. He's back with us next Tuesday. Coming up in the next hour is Friday Night Lights Scoreboard. Friday Night Lights Scoreboard. Well, that's over, but next hour we're going to do the movie reviews with Shane B. He and I are going to talk heavy movies. What's hot, what's not? Who's going to knock the Mean Girls out of the number one spot? Sheriff says it's 29 there, and it's melting some of the snow from yesterday. Woo! Hey, later on today, you'll be able to put some shorts and flip-flops on. You'll be all right out there in Iowa. I'm just picking. Probably would. All right, we'll get you top 10 movies and what's hot and what's not coming in the next hour. Grand Ole Opry had to apologize to all of its supporters for a performance by a singer named Ellie King. The Nashville Music Institution apologized after fans complained about her drunk and proactive performance Friday at the Grand Ole Opry at a Dolly Parton birthday bash tribute. Of course, Dolly wasn't there. She forgot the lyrics to a song called Marry Me. She said, "You don't buy the tickets from this blank. You ain't getting your money back." She said, "Hey, my name is Ellie King. I'm a blankety blank something. I'm blanket hammered." Yeah, she was blanket hammered, all right. Parton turned 78 on Friday. In the event, she wasn't there. I tell you what. Typical country singer, but her fans are like, "There ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that." She didn't have to. I don't remember the lyrics to "Marry Me." Why do you think we go out and see half-ass bands out there at the clubs? Tell them they're great. And then when we hear them when we're sober, like, "You can't play that guitar, boy." Oh, this girl was drunk. She was an embarrassment to the Institute. Grand Ole Opry was like, "Wait a minute. Look, we've had some very unique people on this stage, and you're going to come up here and get drunk or be drunk on stage, throw F-bombs out." It's all right to throw those F-bombs out. Our society's cancel culture. No, it's not cancel culture. It's cancel culture to people that are uneducated and throw F-bombs out. I have to throw an F-bomb out. It makes me feel like an insensible human being. No, it don't. You're an idiot. And she should never be put, this girl, I don't care how long she's in the music business, she should never be put in the Grand Ole Opry. She should be banned from it. Everybody, why? Because she made a mistake of getting drunk? Yeah, because she made a mistake of getting drunk before she did her job. Would you make a mistake of getting drunk before you go to your job? What would happen? You get fired. Yes. So this is her job. What an uneducated person she is. And she still hasn't apologized for it. She goes, I'm effing blanky. And Dolly Parton's, they're celebrating her birthday. Dolly's probably going, more drunken rednecks celebrating my birthday. Back in a moment.
The Federal Trade Commission is banning a company from selling or licensing people's precise geolocation data. The FTC settled with Texas-based data aggregator In-Market Media after they gathered troves of consumer location data from mobile apps without disclosing that it would be used for target advertising. The FTC alleges that the data broker marketed to advertisers looking for certain categories of people, such as Christian churchgoers, parents of preschoolers, and children who are homeschooled. Public awareness of data location sensitivity has spiked since the Supreme Court's reversal of Roe v. Wade, and as more states have passed laws permitting the prosecution of abortion seekers. Macy's is fighting a takeover bid. Lisa G. reports.
Macy's is rejecting nearly a $6 billion bid to take the department store chain private. There are concerns over how the offer by Ark House, a real estate and investment firm, is being financed. Macy's says the bid isn't financially attractive.
New York City is investing in
Uh-oh.
what will be the country's
Why is
largest
that not plugged in?
program. The city's health commissioner says
Hold on a
New York
second.
will partner with a nonprofit called RIP.
I'm at 41% when it's been plugged in all morning.
Ethics ratings from
They get away with it since they're stars.
That's according to a Gallup survey that
She didn't get away with it. They apologized to the fans.
of those who work in 23 different fields. Labor union.
You don't go the Grand Ole Opry. Everybody basically sits down when they go into the Grand Ole Opry. It's a sit down facility. So the type of people that go into the Grand Ole Opry are not the type of people who get drunk to go to a bar and watch a bar band. They're just not those type of people.
Senators and members of Congress, bankers and business executives tied their previous.
Good morning, Warrior Defenders.
12% respectively.
Thank you to everybody. We got people all the way from El Salvador to London to everywhere in the United States on with us. We appreciate you. We appreciate people subscribing. We got people that are like, where are you from? And they didn't even tell us where they were from, but that's all right. We appreciate all you people where you're from and everything. Good morning. You're on the RyanORadio Penitentiary. What's up, brother? How's it going? Did you have your Mean Girls party this weekend and watch it? I know you did. Come on now, you have to get your Mean Girls party together and get the pink outfits and everybody just get their popcorn. I hope somebody knocks them out of the top spot this week. I didn't see anything that I'd want to watch in the top 10. But that's just me. No, I take that back. I did watch Aquaman. But anything else I'm probably not going to watch. None of these seem. I don't know. I think you said that one movie, it took the number 7 spot, wasn't it? ISS or something?
Yeah, I couldn't find it anywhere.
I don't know why they. We'll talk about that. Well, the beekeeper kept his spot at number 2. You know, he was stinging everybody. Wow, you guys keep going up. I appreciate that. Guess this is the hour. I guess I need to start my show at 9 o'clock instead of 7. 8 people start filming in 8 a.m. Maybe I'll just start an hour late every morning, guys. Tell everybody it's doing 10 o'clock shows. Stop. Need to be a mid-morning guy. Oh, Lord. Oh, you people from everywhere. Oh, YouTube. All right, let's see what we got here. What's coming up? You guys are waking up. Oh, my Lord. I don't know how this became a top news story, Shane, but a country singer getting drunk at the Grand Ole Opry. It's a top news story. A country singer gets drunk. That's surprising, man. Now it's only surprising because of the kind of people that actually do go to the Grand Ole Opry are kind of upscale, and they didn't want to see that there. I've been to Nashville. I know. That's so funny. I did that news story for you came on about that woman getting drunk for the birthday party. She can't even remember the lyrics. It was like going to seeing your favorite bar band get drunk. Can't remember the lyrics. Oh, man. Oh, Lord. We're getting ready to come on, my friend. Wow, guys, I guess this should be the time we start. Every morning about 8:30, you guys start going up and rewatching. Do what? Yes, we are still going. Welcome into the final period of play, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading into the movie theaters next. We're going to talk about the top 10 movies, what's hot, what's not, what's coming up, and what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We got a big morning ahead for you because our movie expert is next on the network dial. But first, it's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host with most, Ryan O'Neal, and of course, yes, I am the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast. Shout it out loud. Across the RyanORadio Penitentiary page. 50,000 plus of you on the Shoutcast. Shout it out loud. We're across the Navajo Nation, Arizona, and New Mexico, British Columbia, Isles of Canada, and finally, ladies and gentlemen, we are across East Alabama and West Georgia's very own Jordan Communication and Family Radio stations. Yes, indeed. And especially at 99.1 FM WQEE the Key, home of Southern sports and inspirational talk. We got it all going on for you. And period number 3 in the final period on a Twisted Tuesday coming up for you next. To my haters, I got this to say. Welcome back in. Yes, I am the man around here. Battle Pass. Good morning to you. We got a lot of great people joining us on our Facebook page as well this morning as it keeps growing and growing. And I'm in our YouTube page as it keeps growing and growing. And you guys go ahead and like the page and follow the page and everything because I go live every morning here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Twisted Tuesday guest in the third period of play. He's our Cisco. He's our Ebert. He gives 2 thumbs up to movies that are good, shows, things on Netflix, Hulu, all that good stuff. And then, of course, he gives if they're not so good, he gives the Stone Cold Steve Lawson salute to them. That's right. Please welcome the one, the only, our good friend, Shane B. What's up, Shane, my brother?
Morning.
Morning. It is another morning. We are almost to the end of January. I can't believe this, man. And January did not start off too good with that many good movies. So I hope we get something for the rest of the year that we can actually get excited about because the Mean Girls still took everybody out at number 1 over the weekend. And I know that you and I haven't had the exciting time to set up to watch that wonderful movie because I know it's part of our generation. You know what I'm saying? It's it's an important movie in our generation, and they made a remake of it. Oh, man. So what did you watch since we didn't get to see a movie that was an important part of our generation and influence on us?
Definitely had no interest in this Mean Girl.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It was such a big influence on us. We didn't even know. I didn't even know there was I forgot the Mean Girls come out today. He said, hey, Mean Girls is coming out again. I was like, really? I mean,
these great movies don't understand its existence. This is like some kind of it's a comedy musical. 2 hours, probably 2 hours too long.
uh-oh.
But sure, why not?
Let's do it. Let's see.
Man, it is a story by Tina Fey, so this is done.
Oh, there you go.
An adaptation of Queen Bee. That's supposed to mean anything at all, but means nothing to me.
Right. Oh well, I know it was a movie for that generation of Mean Girls, but I think it only stayed at number 1 because we really have honestly not anything that's came out. I know there was a movie you mentioned last week that came out, but what are we expecting? Are we going to get anything this week that could knock them down a couple of spots? Could take a few people out. Are we getting anything coming out this weekend, or should we just go to our Netflix and Hulu and find something?
Not really.
Oh, really? Okay.
It is a slow time right now.
That's what I was thinking. Oh my goodness, a slow time right now. Well, I understand. So let's talk a little bit about what's hot and what's not then, since the top 10 movies don't really interest either one of us. And you guys can check out them on the WQEE page if you want to read about them and see how much they made. So we're not going to talk about it. But what did you get to check out?
One thing I couldn't stop looking at was this top 10 list that's going on at the box office right now. Still number 2. And it's not too surprising, but Wonka is still hanging in there at number 3.
Yep.
And
sweet as candy.
we checked out some of it, but it's just not interesting as a movie. And so I still feel that the story done in the Johnny Depp version,
Right.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, still has a better origin story for Wonka.
Right.
Then we decided to go make a whole movie out of it that just seemed a little
Mm-hmm.
Basically one. I guess he's supposed to be convincing the rest of the Lumpers to come take part in this madness. The music was not that entertaining.
Oh.
How do you say his name? Timothy. How do you say his name? It's a little wacky. What I wouldn't call great.
Yeah, he's probably something that if you had nothing better to do and you had kids, maybe you could put them in there to watch it. Is it more kid friendly, or is it is there anything in there that kids should not be watching in this Wonka movie?
No, I guess it would be kind of kid friendly.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. If you got nothing better to do, like going to the dentist, maybe you can go watch this movie.
This dangle Aquaman is, and this old Aquaman hanging on its thick fleece.
I saw that.
ISS, the number 7, is the one I really wanted to see, but I could not find it.
Really?
That really ticked me off a little bit. So, yeah, I want to see it.
Well, that's why it's at number 7, because nobody could find it, Shane. So if they could have, it'd have probably been a little higher. So, wow. Well, as soon as you can get to watch that when we can talk about it, because he took it number 7, and then of course, I don't know, what is Poor Things. What is that supposed to be? Did you hear anything about that movie?
I did not.
Me either. So I didn't even know it was existed until I saw it in the top 10. I said, wait, where did the Iron Claw go? The Von Erich movie, it was kind of interesting.
Iron Claw, check out number 12. I'm still on the ball. I gotta check it out.
It's if you're a wrestling fan from the old school days, you're gonna see you're gonna question a few things. You're gonna say, hey, I remember they're skipping over a lot of stuff, and no, that's not how that happened. Of course, for a movie, they have to, vamp it up and everything. So it's loosely based on reality, is what I'm gonna say. But
let's see here. Let's get more new stuff going on here.
all right.
Rumors spreading around. I don't trust this as far as I can ripple it.
Okay.
There's a rumor going around that the new Star Wars movie featuring Rey rebuilding Jedi Order has been delayed indefinitely. And as far as it stands right now, it's just a rumor. They are absolutely going to make this movie. None of us are convinced.
Right.
They would delay that movie.
Rumor mill out there.
Wouldn't count on that coming up. Yeah, you wouldn't count on that.
Well, we'll
As far
see.
as anything goes, it's coming out.
Okay.
There's no re-release of it.
Uh-oh.
They had to delay the second part of that movie because of the writer's strike.
Right.
I don't think they're going to do a re-release for Iron Man, but okay. Yes. It does have some scenes in it that are, I guess you could call them IMAX worthy, but
Okay.
give me the sequel.
Oh, really?
Let's finish the story already.
Let's do it. Yeah, please.
Oh, and speaking of continuing stories,
Uh-oh.
for some reason, Game Out with us decided to greenlight Halo season. Now, this one has
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, season 1 was, well, it's just horrible. It just really was. And when you got your title character, Master Chief,
Right.
who was a man of mystery,
Right.
a man of intrigue, and he's taking his helmet off constantly, kind of like Mandalorian.
Exactly.
It's just like this show really lost the appeal after that. And oh wow, his name escapes me right now, but the actor who plays Master Chief.
Mm-hmm.
Boring, dull, uneventful.
I am Master Chief. Oh man.
One facial expression. And
What?
it's moping. Okay. Oh, we're gonna do season 2. February 8th, Paramount Plus. They're gonna do a 2-episode premiere.
There you go.
There'll be 8 episodes all together. One less episode than season 1. It was like, you made it shorter. I guess that's a good thing.
Yes, Hollywood. Let's just be Hollywood. Let's just
But
be
even
bright.
the showrunner, left this show as he left Stephen.
Wow.
Dang, he left during post-production of season 1.
Wow.
But David Wiener's coming in.
Okay.
Probably better known for Fear the Walking Dead.
Okay.
But this season, the rumor mills are projecting that it's supposed to look more into Master Chief leading the Spartans finally into the war against the Covenant, the aliens, that
Right.
are doing a whole video game series. So, we'll see.
Well, you know what I don't understand about Hollywood is they're not very bright when they're going after all these gamers games and try to turn them into movies and shows and not try to do something exciting with them or make them close enough to the game that you guys really love, because it's kind of a slap in the face. I understand they have to have a show with dialogue and all that kind of stuff, but I've seen too many movies. You and I have talked about too many movies and shows that's come out based on games that you've only said, I think only one out of 20 that we've talked about was any good. That was as a series based upon a game. So I mean, oh man, I feel bad for you guys there. We'll see.
That's the thing with video games, movie adaptation.
Right.
Is the game can be so long. There's so much you need to cram in there to stay true to the game.
Right.
Like probably one of the worst ones I could think of, Max Payne.
Yep. Oh yeah. I remember that one.
Bad casting in there with Mark Wahlberg and Mila Kunis. But universally, a lot of people will tell you that what's the name of that movie? Payback.
Yep.
Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
Is probably a stronger representation of the Max Payne video game series
Wow.
than the actual movie they made.
Wow, really?
It's just Mel Gibson's character, how dark and brooding he is. The pain he goes through, the suffering he goes through, his quest for vengeance. That character felt more like a Max Payne than what Mark Wahlberg ended up doing.
Right.
And it wasn't a good representation of the Valkyrie in that movie either. You have to play the game, understand what I'm talking about. But it wasn't dark enough.
Right.
Dark in the sense of you got to turn the brightness up on the screen you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as tone goes, it wasn't dark. It wasn't enough of the bullet time action. But there's a slow motion version of shooting.
Right.
Which is something that Max could kind of activate, kick in. Wasn't enough of that.
He's in a lot of movies, yeah.
One of those is another race swap character from the video game. But, you know, nobody said anything. Nobody noticed because nobody knew who he was.
Right.
Unless you played the video game.
It just seemed like, that's what I'm saying, it just seems like they keep getting all these movie adaptations or show adaptations of these famous, games or well played games. Halo, I know, is the top of the top gamers love to play. And personally, I never thought anybody would even touch it. I mean, to me, doing a series or even a movie about it, it seems kind of dangerous to me, as popular as that game is. So,
Well, one of the biggest ones that a lot of people that I've noticed have a problem with is the Resident Evil series.
okay, there you go. Yeah.
Whether it be the movies with Neal Jokic or the Netflix show itself.
Yeah.
Like, you're not really staying true to the game.
Right.
Not at all. I think they should just, well, some people can do it right. Surprisingly enough, one movie that's underrated.
Okay.
Dead or Alive. That was a fighting game. And
Okay.
the movie did stay true to the video game. Even Tekken. There was a Tekken movie. They were low budget as they could be, but they stayed pretty faithful to the video game.
Right. There you go. That's what needs to.
It just weren't the big hits.
I mean, that's how it is.
Which is sad.
Well, definitely sounds like video games are being influenced, but I'd like to say take video game ideas and change them into something, and not just take the original ideas. There's been so many movies out there that in recent times that you're like, this was a video game. I'm like, wow, really? Wow. And then you go back and look, I go back and look at the video game and I'm like, it looks nothing alike. So I'm just glad they haven't made a linked movie yet. If they did, I don't remember. So we're going to take a break. Back in a Go ahead.
I think they are teasing the idea of someone doing it.
Oh no.
But there has been a lot of backlash and resistance. And it's like, no, you people can't seem to get stuff right. Like you couldn't get the live action Super Mario Brothers right. So I
Nope.
leave Zelda alone.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. Two of the most popular games of our generation. So yes, for sure. Yeah, leave Zelda alone,
One that's
please.
pretty requested is a Metroid movie. And it just seems like the right time to do it.
Right.
Because, we're making a lot of movies nowadays with your strong, empowering female character. It's like, okay, make a Metroid. Make it good.
Make it good.
We'll watch it.
Yeah, if it's good. You'll watch it even if it isn't good and tell everybody don't watch it. And make a video about it. We'll be back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We got more with Shane B this morning. What's odd, what's not, and everything as we get ready to conclude this hour. It's 28 minutes past the hour. We are holding at 41 degrees. Type of temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Stay with us more on the ways of RyanORadio Penitentiary. Cruise on after this. You're right, Warrior Defenders. They keep repeating the stories instead of coming up with new. Woo. Fun. All these game movies. No Link, please. No Zelda, please. They wouldn't know what to do with it. There's too many rooms for him to have to go into. How could they make it? They'd make it one. I don't know. To me, it would look like an updated version. Yeah. I mean, it would.
First, part one.
Right.
In order to keep people interested in it.
Man. Yeah, the Dungeons and Dragons. All of this stuff, they can't leave well enough alone. Right? I don't know. I just don't know.
Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Let's start in the NBA. MLK dropped in a franchise record 70, the most points in the league this season. Sixers knocked off the Spurs despite Karl-Anthony Towns' franchise record 62. Timberwolves blew an 18-point lead, fall to the Hornets.
That's right, Sherry. They can't come up with anything. You're right.
To extend their season-high win streak to 8 straight. The Titans, according to reports, finalizing a deal to hire Bengals offensive coordinator RyanShelander to become their next head coach. The Bears hired former Seahawks offensive coordinator Shane Waldron as their new offensive coordinator. The Chargers expected to hold a second interview with Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh this week for their head coaching vacancy. Niners and Lions will battle in the NFC Championship game Sunday in Santa Clara. Lions signed veteran tight end Zach Ertz after Brock Purdy suffered a forearm injury in their win over the Bucs. That's sports. Ryan Tomas, NBC News Radio.
Hello everyone, this is DJ Commando of the 45's Affair Radio Show, where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Unit, Georgia.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. We're about, let's say 31 minutes past the hour, and we're inside the movie theater as we are looking at movies, shows, Netflix, what's hot, what's not, with our movie experts, the one, the only Shane B. Shane. We've been talking about movies before that, shows, stuff that had to do with games and gamers and all this kind of stuff. So let's go on and see what else you got on the docket for us this morning.
Well, in line with the Academy Awards, we have the Razzies.
All right.
And they have released their list, their nominees.
Okay.
And up on the docket for worst picture, we have great contenders like The Exorcist Believer.
Yeah.
Expendables. Make Two, The Trench.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's two Jason Statham movies.
Yeah.
Man, Fury of the God. I don't know the Fury nomination. That movie looking like that. Winnie the Pooh, Blood Honey. I was like, for worst actor, we got Russell Crowe for The Post Exorcist, Vin Diesel for Fast X. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Statham once again. Make Two, The Trick. Worst actor categories, we have those great names like Megan Fox, County and Clyde. I didn't hear this movie. Jennifer Lopez for The Mother. Selma Hayek from Magic Mike.
Oh god. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Man.
And then Helen Mirren. Oh, she's playing Fear of the Gods. I don't know why she's playing Fear of the Gods. But if anybody was the worst
Is it really the?
She doesn't get a nomination for worst supporting actress.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, I don't get that one either, though. Because supporting, I mean, she would have been the main villain. That's pretty much.
I don't know.
Crazy list.
Sounds like a fun reward show to me. We need to put that on. I need to put that on the radio and television here with our network to have the red. That sounds like the award show I want to see. Worst movie going to
Razzie. The Razzies are always it's fun to watch. Some actors and actresses take it. They play along with the
awesome.
joke. They accept their worst performance awards with pride.
Awesome.
Haley Berry accepted hers for Catwoman.
Awesome.
She actually showed up, accepted it, just, apologized. Some people actually take pride in that.
It's a fun thing to do. You don't take yourself serious. And to me, that's so cool that somebody's don't take themselves that serious. They can show up and do that. I mean, it should be done that way. You know, not go, oh, this is embarrassing. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, we got worst lighting going into worst director. Oh man.
Speaking of worse.
Okay.
I don't know what to think about this. We finally, the show should have ended last season.
Okay.
Stranger Things, season 5. And the Duffer Brothers, the creators and showrunners, they claim this will be the last season.
Yeah, right.
But not in the Stranger Things universe. They're hinting at spin-offs to come. And it's like, oh joy, I can't wait. I read through this article trying to find the release date. And of course you gotta read through about 17 paragraphs before they actually start talking about anything hinting towards a release date. And they finally get to it late 2025, early 2026. It's like these kids are grown now.
Yeah.
These kids are gonna have kids.
Yeah, right. They probably already do.
And it looks like we have pretty much the whole cast coming back.
Okay.
Medley, Bobby Brown, Caleb McLaughlin, Ben Wolfhard, and all the main players
Okay.
are coming back. We're getting Natalia Dyer back as Nancy, Charlie Heaton coming back as Jonathan, Maya Hawk's coming back to play Robin, Joe Kerr's coming back to play Steve, and we're getting David Harbour back, which is going to be weird because that man's in good shape. And Winona Ryder is Joyce. Now, the one character that's up in the wind right now is Matt.
Okay.
The redhead girl who joined in season 3. Because when we left her, she was in a coma.
Oh, really?
Millie Bobby Brown's 11 tried to resurrect her and bring her back to life. So she's in a coma, so it's unsure if she's going to come back or not. Played by Sadie Sink.
Okay.
So that's up in the wind. Let's get a plot synopsis.
Okay.
So last time we left them, there was all the little tunnels of evil opening up across Hawkins. And so like, where are you people really going with this? How much can you leech off of this? Are we gonna do episodes, or are you gonna break the last, like they did in season 4, the last 2 episodes were basically 2 movies.
Right.
But
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
that again?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember you talking about it being 2 movies. Wow.
Her brothers seem to be hyping this all up as much as they can. We'll see. I just don't know where you go from here. You got to put it in like college now.
It's a whole different direction.
Go back to high school.
Maybe it'd be a whole different direction. You know, maybe Shane, they're all in a mental hospital and they aren't really those people, but they're mental patients that think that stuff's real and it's not real. That would be a great twist.
They were all in that facility that 11 started in. Sure, why not?
I mean, come on.
So,
I mean, come on.
so we did check out this one fun movie. I think I got about halfway through it. I just got to finish it. This one came out January 12th, called Self-Reliance on Hulu. Now, you want to watch something still and funny? I recommend this one.
Okay.
Quick watch, hour, 25 minutes. Written, directed, and produced by Jake Johnson. Probably better known for, he was in Jurassic World. He was the guy that had the Jurassic Park shirt. 146 episodes of New Girl.
Right.
The Mummy with Tom Cruise.
Oh.
His friend.
Okay.
But turned into like a zombie or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, and the movie Let's Be Cops. He was the white guy.
Okay.
But he did this with Andy Samberg. They both star in it. Andy, not so much. But he's there. Better known for Reno, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Right.
But we got a couple people in there. Anna Kendrick from the Pitch Perfect movies. The wife and End of Watch of Jake Gyllenhaal. And Christopher Lloyd, Wayne Brady making an appearance.
Okay, Wayne
But
Brady.
the reality show on the Dark Web, where like Jake Johnson was chosen to participate in this reality show.
Right.
It's 30 days to survive. He's being hunted. And the stipulation is like, you might meet your maker, or you could go the whole 30 days without even encountering anybody trying to take you out.
Okay.
But the catch is, you can, if you're in like touching distance of somebody else, the assassins won't touch you, so you're safe. So part of his thing is he tries to stay close to people during the whole movie. It's silly. It's fun. Something, it's nice to watch something a little different. Like I get this concept of it. I like it.
It sounds like something fun to watch for sure. Sounds like something to check out. Well, as always, it's always great to have you with us, Shane, talking about movies, hot, what's not, and all that good stuff. Tell everybody how they can follow you, what's coming up next for you, and when you're going to get ready for another one of those wonderful videos. We're getting excited.
62210 on YouTube. We are still editing this video. It's the doozy.
I know.
I'm done with my recording.
Okay.
We've got, I have to re-record some things too, but all the audio is done. I just got to put it all together with the visuals. And something about to go work on here today. But yeah, hopefully, I stay at it. Hopefully by the end of this week, maybe I can get it up.
All right. Sounds good. Well, we know how hard it is to get it out and how much work you're putting into it, my friend. All right, guys, we're gonna let Shane out on good behavior too this morning. Have him back again next Tuesday with more. Hopefully, we'll have something come out this weekend that we can actually talk about, and other great shows and movies you can check out on Netflix and Hulu and everything. All right, we're gonna be back in a moment. More on the way as the RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on. 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. Stay with us. More on the way. We're closing out the show in just a few. All right, brother, that was great as always. As always. Ah, yes, do that. Whatever it is, be cool.
Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning might be a collector's item.
Oh, God, yeah. There you go. All right, man. We'll do it again next week, and you have a great week, and enjoy your day, and all that good stuff, man. At least it's not cold.
Oh, it's cold over here.
Oh, is it?
Where you at?
It's not cold where I'm at. It's just raining.
Oh, yeah, we got some after effect of rain. The wind is about 41 degrees.
Oh, Lord. 41. Well, it's about 41. It's supposed to be about 41 here, but it's not that cold in the studio, I guess. So, I guess if I was outside, it'd be colder. All right, brother. You take care. We'll talk to you next week. All right, man. All right, guys, it's me and you to the top of the hour. It's me and you to the top of the hour. Get your things in there. Rock and roll. Is that what you asked me? I can. Has if Cobra knob or something. We got some people from different countries on with us.
30% wage cut while years of wartime grievances piled up. All this led to the workers demanding a $2 a day pay raise. Many of these workers were young women on strike for the first time. They had spent much of the war fighting piecework and gender-based divisions of labor. Reports from the picket lines showed overwhelming support among the strikers and from the general public. Older male co-workers who built the UE joined young women strikers on the line. At the GE Mazda Lamp Works in Youngstown, Ohio, steelworkers joined women strikers to bolster the picket lines. In Lynn, Massachusetts, signs of women picketers read, "We want to live, not just exist," and "Let the pipes freeze. They don't care if we freeze," in response to maintenance crews being allowed to pass. In Bloomfield, New Jersey, 6 restaurants turned their establishments over to the strikers. GE President Charles Wilson complained bitterly of the 12,000 or so picketers that blocked the gates of the GE Schenectady plant. Strikers across the country faced violent confrontations and beatings as police on horseback waited for the crowd. Pouring marbles onto the streets. Workers at GE and Westinghouse would eventually settle for 18 cents an hour, less than what they had hoped for, but more than either company had been willing to give. Management can remain shocked for years at the level of solidarity among the strikers and the community.
Thank you there, Rick Smith. Thank you for that labor history moment of the morning on the RyanORadio Penitentiary. You're in lockdown. Stay tuned. Coming up at the top of the hour, last hour broadcast with Deborah Harris, sponsored by Union City Church, followed by Heart to Heart Radio with Margie Conway. 12 to 2 p.m., it's the Rod Peterson Show with Rod Peterson and crew. 2 to 3 p.m., the Sports Beat, Richard Holdridge. 3 to 5, Braves Country HT with Matt McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. And 5 to 6 will be the Rick Smith Show. All right, let's jump into it. It's you and I all the way up to the top of the hour and everything. Let me know some things that's going on with you guys. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on. We're about 10 minutes away from the top of the hour, so we're here with you to the top of the hour. Tomorrow we'll have our good friend, Professor Brenda Gasky. Actually, Brenda Gasky, the host of Horrifying History, joins us in period number 3 tomorrow. We're going to open up the classroom there and go to Horrifying History, where the history books are stained with the blood of the unknown. That's right. We'll have Horrifying History's Brenda Gasky with us tomorrow morning. True Crime Thursday coming up on Thursday. We'll get true crime news and more. So get ready for all that. It is a Twisted Tuesday, and you are on the RyanORadio Penitentiary, in the RyanORadio Penitentiary, and we appreciate you. Yeah. We appreciate you. You're cleaning your kitchen. That sounds fun. Cher, she's cleaning her kitchen. Laugh out loud. That is fun. I wish I had that kind of fun, cleaning the kitchen. I'm just kidding. You probably need to clean your kitchen. You're probably going to make a big, excuse me, probably going to make a big meal today. You need to have it clean where it can get ready to go. That's probably why Gail's not on. She's probably cleaning her kitchen. Editing pictures and graphs, says Warrior Defenders. All right. Well, there you go. Sounds fun to me. Sounds fun to me. Sounds like you guys having a good time. Sounds like you guys are all having a good time today. People want me to sing rock and roll. Rock and roll! What's up, Eliza? How you doing? Where are you from? Let us know. Where are you from? Cher said, my least favorite room to clean. My least favorite room to clean is the bathroom. It's a good day to stay inside. All right. Hope it warms up a little bit. I got some things I got to do going outside to go inside. Eliza, I don't want to tell you where I'm from. That's okay. Oh, all right. Whatever. Eliza? Is it Eliza or Eliza? I can't tell. No, that's fine. I don't want you to get in trouble. Wherever you're watching him, be like, no, you cannot be watching him in this country. It's illegal to be watching him in the state of Nevada. I'm just kidding. He might try to influence you to think for yourselves and not copy anybody. You must be in Washington. I'm just kidding. Or New Hampshire. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's okay wherever you're from. We appreciate it. Guys, if you want to support the station or support the show, it's $ RyanShelander on my Cash App. $ Ryan, RyanShelander. And you can drop a little something in there. It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a $10 seat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. If you give me the $10 seat, you're going to get a $100 seat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. I don't want to get in trouble with the man upstairs. Give me a $1 million seat and you're going to get a $10 million seat. Cher says she's going to the gym later. I don't blame you. I'd go to the gym later too. For fun. This is all fun. It started to get hot in Iowa though. Yeah, already at 30 degrees there. Snow is melting. They're getting ready to put their shorts and their flip-flops on. After having 3 weeks of winter blizzards, shutting everything down, they had to get the horse and buggies out instead of driving their cars. Iowa is where Cher lives. 40 next week. Oh, you're really gonna be. It's really gonna be hot. You guys are gonna be going to the pool next week in Iowa. Idaho too. They do it there. Nobody from Ohio. We do got some people from Ohio But unless that's where you're from and you just told on yourself. Uh-oh. Just told. You can't listen to the RyanORadio Penitentiary on WQEE 99.1 FM in Metro Atlanta and Atlanta. If you live in Ohio, you can't do that. Sorry. I'm just kidding. Every other state can, and everybody else in the world, but Ohio, no, I'm just kidding. Actually, the only people we kind of leave out is Mississippi. Oh! I kind of like, no, you guys stay over there. You don't have to come on, Mississippi. Keep on burning, okay? Rest of us don't want you. I'm just kidding. Don't get mad if you're from Mississippi. That boy, he don't like us, boy. That boy said he don't like Mississippi burning. I don't know what's wrong with that old boy. Louisiana be like, no, I don't want an old boy around there, you know, Creole boy. Just kidding. Actually, nobody talks like that from Louisiana. Maybe in the deeper woods or the mountains, but I spoke with people in that neck of the woods years ago when I was working in a different place. I was speaking to people on the phone. I'm like, you don't sound like you're from Louisiana. They're like, ha ha, that's funny. I said, don't you know that one of them deep accents that people don't understand? It's like, aha, that's funny. Oh, well. Somebody told him, says, who lives in Ohio? It must be you, must live in Ohio. That guy's like, I gotta come off now. He done found me. Don't worry. I'll keep your secret. You, me, and the 50,000 plus listeners on the Shoutcast. I don't know how many more on the RyanORadio media page, but I get thousands upon thousands of downloads. And how many of your people are on the YouTube, Facebook, and everything else too? Each one of mine, I got 5,000 friends on the radio, 5,000 friends on my personal page, and then we connect that to 5 other pages. So don't worry, just 100,000 people might know you're from Ohio. Don't worry, it's just between you and 100,000 people. All right, guys. Tomorrow morning we'll have our friend Warrior Defender says, I used to live in Ohio. They said I'm a transplant peach since I've been here too long. Transplanted peach. Yeah, but what is Ohio known for? Isn't that the state where Les Nessman got those pig awards? I got the Silver Sow Awards. 5 of them. Isn't that right? Did you bring those with you, Warrior Defenders? I'm picking. All right, stay tuned. Tomorrow morning, we'll have Horrifying History's very own Brenda Gaskill join us in the final period. Staining the blood. Staining the history books with the blood of the unknown. We'll get into that tomorrow morning. Also, we'll have our wrestling wrap-up, which is in the second period. I get preview Royal Rumble coming up Saturday instead of Sunday, they said, and all that good stuff. Miss Snow. Okay, Miss Snow. All right. Do you miss the snow, or is it you were known as Miss Snow there? We'll be back with tomorrow's show. Stay tuned for last hour broadcast, and then followed by Heart to Heart Radio. Until we meet again, peace, love, respect. I am out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. Don't work too hard. Be good to one another, and try to do the best you can. Well, try to be the best you can at being the worst. If you're going to be bad, try to be the best at being the worst. If you are going to be bad, try to be the bad. Try to be the best at being the bad. What? I don't know. You guys take care. Peace, love, respect. I am out of here. You guys have a great day. why I had to go twice. We'll see you tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. You can go back and re-watch this show with some of our great guests. See ya.